What is up, guys? It's Giltspire here, and welcome back to Dead by Daylight. How y'all doing on this terrific Tuesday afternoon? Hopefully you all are doing well. I know I am, and I am quite excited to be playing today's public test beta. This is our build, rather, beta build, what have you. But either ways, wicked exciting. What's up, Ashy? What's up, Giraffe? What's up, Simple? Zach, Shadow, Hammy, Marcus, and more. How y'all doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. You guys excited about this Resident Evil release? Yeah, killer queues are quite long. I actually have been queued up for 7 minutes already. We're going to roughly time how long they are. I did do a poll in the Discord to see who's on the PTB, to see if we had enough people to get a Kill Your Friends going. So far, it doesn't look like it, but meh. He looks dumb. I mean, this is pretty tried and true to Resident Evil as far as that's concerned. Going pretty well, Candy. Going pretty well. Just started up. So basically have a report system that lets survivors report toxic behavior. Yeah, I am curious about that, Ashy. I think that they've oversimplified how that works. I think it's going to be more CSGO-esque and less of a true automated process as they make it out to be. I have a group if you want to kill your friends. I would love that. I just got into a game, so let me finish this out, but if they're fine playing Survivor against me for the most part, I would be thrilled, honestly. So far this update looks really cool. They've integrated a lot of cool things, which I'm very intrigued to see how it works out in the long run. To see, you know, will AI be fully integrated into future killers as well? Will this just be a Nemesis thing? Also, didn't we play against the Chicken Nugget yesterday? I'm pretty sure we did, right? I'm not confused. Oh, no, there goes Chicken Nugget. I guess not. Could have sworn that we did, though. But either ways, I'm wicked excited with the things they announced today. And with that being said, I'm curious to know what you guys think about the new perks, about the thoughts of new Hex perks, which are now survivor-sided. Gonna mess around the new map while we wait for you. Sounds good, Candy. I do appreciate it. About the reporting system, about killers like frickin' Nemesis, which, can I just mention how frickin' tall he is? It says on the character info, tall. He is taller than frickin' Plague. And wasn't Plague like 9 foot something? So, when we take that into consideration, this boy cannot mind game. You will be able to see him over some of the tallest frickin' loops. So, no Plague was 7 foot max? Okay, so then how tall is Nemesis? Like, I wonder what the models look like side by side. I'm so stoked they chose Nemesis as the killer. I am too. I was skeptical of it happening. But this has really been a thrill from the police department being the new map, from Nemesis being the new killer, Leon and Jill being the survivors. I think they've done a really amazing job. I'm very interested to see how this tracks into the next year of Dead by Daylight. We're going to be getting 4 new killers in this year 6, which would be pretty cool. Then they make Pyramid Cannon height, so I assume Nemesis is just a little over 7. No, he's much taller. Pyramid Head is shorter than Plague. So Nemesis is probably at least 2 head heights taller than, so I'd say at least 8 foot, if not more. I'm curious about the perks on Killer more than anything. Specifically the gen regression perk. He holds you under his arm. What, when he's carrying you? Yeah, Pyramid, his cannon is 9 foot, so in DBD he's about 6'8". So, in that case, if he's shorter than Plague at 7 foot, yeah, so he must be around 8 foot. How he carries survivors? I haven't actually seen the animation. Wow, we didn't get the new map. I'm kind of sad about that. Osmori has an Easter egg with Jill. Ooh. Very interesting. Okay, so we should be able to see survivors with our new perk. We see them for 5 seconds out of the gate. That's a really strong perk, by the way. I really mean that. It is a hyper strong perk. That's it, you. Kind of like Deathslinger, how you hit them. So he's now infected. For those who don't know, that means now I can injure Leon here, as long as they're infected. The first hit infects, the second hit injures. And the third, well, you get the idea. It'll be a down. Has a pretty hefty fatigue time, though, I will say. On top of all that, he also has a tiering system, you mutation tier. So you'll see in the bottom left-hand corner where I have a tier system similar to like Michael Myers. Now I can either tier up by injuring survivors and getting them infected, or by destroying zombies. And zombies have spawned around the map, mind you. You can actually see the white outlines, and I think one of them is chasing the survivor as we speak. So you might be able to use this for info. Hold on, let's see. Is he? I don't know, though. No, looks like he might not. I was hoping that maybe the outstretched arms would indicate as such. But they definitely have been over here because they are attracted to sound. So the more sound that survivors make, the zombies will then move to that area. They're usually chasing. Interesting. Okay, so maybe that does mean what I thought it did. I wasn't sure for certain. Alright, let's break this door in. I did see scratch marks, so they're over here. Ooh, that sound was nice. Are we gonna get this also regressing? Our second perk is the one that when I get a down with a basic attack, it basically is a surge effect on the gens, which is pretty cool, honestly. I think that it technically is like an upgraded surge, to be honest. Yeah, that seemed a little bit suspect. That seemed a little bit suspect for the scratch marks just to end there. Looks like a grab does not count as a basic attack down, though, in this instance. So let's keep that in mind. Let's get you there. Let's find our next gen to bop. Now, I will say this perk has some pretty explosive potential, where you might be able to actually get upwards of pop value from it. So that's pretty cool, in my opinion. All right, he's gonna vault here. So we'll proc the perk. So that was there about, I think on tier 1, about 10% regression on those gens. So that's pretty cool. All right. Hi, zombie. Unfortunately, the zombies, by the way, can body block you, so you kind of have to be careful of that. You can destroy the zombies, though, with your tentacle. I didn't get the range right. Let's see. Going this direction. Who this? That's Jill. So let's go for Jill, if possible. We're 115 killers, so we do get a decent amount of distance on these survivors here. Alright, Jill. Where are you heading off to? So you're gonna go upstairs. That's fine. Think you have a vault coming up? We should be able to hit through it. So now she's infected. We're now in mutation 2, which means that we can break pallets and walls with our tentacle. We're still on cooldown for our gen regression ability as of this moment. Nah, still need to get the range right. The range, I'm not sure how it works with the charge or not. If it kind of charges up like Demogorgon, or if it just charges once, and then that's it. He also seems to slow down on the charge, too. So we got the hit on her. And on tier 3, it actually extends the range of the tentacle. That's down her. Now, they could have a flashbang. I'm thinking that maybe that's why they're coming over here. That would be my guess, at least. Yeah, I haven't noticed anything, and it didn't say anything in the notes yet. So I'm not entirely certain about the range. Alright, someone just used an antidote, hence why we have that killer instinct. Or rather, they opened the box at the very least. Now, there's only a limited amount of those. Keep that in mind. So survivors can't just use them infinitely like they can against Plague, for example. Ooh, it's very unforgiving on the hitbox. It's very, straightforward, honestly. But it can seem to hit around objects, not over necessarily. It's kind of like Death Slinger, but it's a little bit more forgiving. Yeah, the range seems pretty limited, so you can have to be very careful about when to use it, because you do get that fatigue time, kind of similar like Death Slinger. But he's been hit. And I feel like the most part, you're going to be using your M2, as long as you can hit him. Alright, he didn't loop this, so we're just going to chase here. And he's pretty much out in the open. Getting used to the length is going to be a big factor, I think. Ruin, Die, and Thrill Franklin's on that killer? What, on the killer that I'm currently on, or? He could have a flashbang. He has a flashbang, in fact. Look at that. You can see it in his hand. It's similar to like a firecracker, the way it looks. Interesting stuff. Zombie has seen someone now, but yeah. We didn't have a hook nearby because that pallet. That's kind of rough. The zombie, when they're infected, can injure, by the way. Alright, let's get you down, get you on the hook. It does actually give them a hindered status. No, it actually does. So an add-on actually states as much, that it gives them a hindered status effect for a period of time. So there is a slight debuff. Just the add-on. The add-on's the only thing that mentions it. There's no other mention of a hindered stat beside that, but it actually does provide a hindered stat. I don't know why it doesn't mention it anywhere else, if it is only based around the add-on or what. But either ways, there is mention of that on the add-on. Yeah. I definitely recommend it. So, arms out means chasing, question mark? Yeah, it looks like it. So they're chasing Jill here. And it looks like it just infected her. So she got a little bit too close and got infected because of it. Fair play. Let's see if you have the range. I think charging it does actually extend range. I really think it does now. Interesting. Based on what I just saw. Because I charged it up a little bit more. Alright, we got you down. We should probably go for this Jill next. And leave her slugged for a moment because she's heading towards the exit gate. Very interesting, though. Was the other survivor over here as well? I think they were. Now, let's go for this Jill. Now, one thing to note about his ability, it has no verticality. So you are forced in a situation to where you have to only hit over a horizontal platform. It's kind of like Doctor's shock therapy in that way. So you do need to keep that in mind through and through. I thought I could mind game that. Yeah, it feels very much like Deathslinger in a way. So I feel like if you're a fan of Deathslinger, you'll probably be a fan of Nemesis, though the benefit of him being a 115 killer is pretty huge. He doesn't have the same type of range, though. Got her down. Perfect. So now we can try and play around altruism, I think. Oh, basement's down there. Actually, I'll put you in down basement. Yep, it either hurts them or makes them blue. You're correct. Alright, let's take a look at our zombie, see if they found anyone. It doesn't look like it as of yet. They could be setting up for a unhook, though. So let's keep that in mind. Looks like they got an antidote. As we can see, the killer instinct, so they're over that way. They could be using that to get me away from Shaq, though. Zombie's now in chase because it has found someone from the looks of things. Not sure if it's actually tracking him or someone else. Because we see him over here, right? So that's actually really good info, though. I wonder if there's a way to make more zombies for more info. Yeah, you kind of need to... Almost feels like Huntress, where you need to flick in order to not have them dodge. That's interesting as well. The other Jill went for the unhook. Makes sense. And let's see. Can we get you here? There's a pallet. Looks like he may have doubled back. He did. Looks like the zombie's chasing someone as we speak. Yeah, so it looks like the zombie heard them over here. So who's this? I don't know which one's which right now is a little problem, I will say. So we hit her over. We're now in mutation 3, so we get additional range, by the way. So that is a nice little buff there. She'll go up the harvester, she'll vault. We're fatigued, and now we have our strike to use next. Perfect. Let's get you up. No, I don't want to open that. I want to get you up, for God's sake. Let's push you around, just so you get you away, and then hit you. Then we can go for Leon next. Looks like the other Jill just opened up a case. And where'd Leon go? Looks like he went over to the right. Did he? I don't see any additional... Oh, there he goes. He was hugging the wall, that's why. Zombies chasing, so we can follow the way the zombie's going to know where Leon is. That's actually really good info. That is really, really good info, actually. I think he's gonna go and open this up. I was hoping that additional range would help me out there. It did not. So we're going to ignore Leon and go back for the unhook. Looks like the zombie is chasing someone because we can see those arms outreach. So now we can go for the next person. I wonder if they got this exit gate open. They did. Yeah, so that's kind of like Hag's phantasm traps almost. In the way in which wherever the zombies are going, if they are facing a certain direction, then that's where that other survivor is. So for example, the zombie's over here. We know that because he's chasing Leon and just injured him too. That's huge. So now we can actually probably get this down unless he has a dead hard. Very nice. Yeah, that's a lot of good info. I was looking at the zombies and thinking they wouldn't give you much info, but those arms outreached is a huge, huge factor. You need to treat it very similarly to a Hag's Phantasm Trap. Wow, that's very strong. On larger maps like this is like a medium-sized map. It doesn't do too much, but on like smaller-sized maps, like I'm thinking Cold Tower, Midwich, Hawkins, stuff like that, Nemesis is going to be pretty freaking oppressive. But GG, well played to these survivors. That was actually a lot of fun. I like his ability a lot, and there's a lot of things to pay attention to. Yeah, the fact that their AI definitely makes him very oppressive. There's definitely ways to play around it, but you have to be very mindful now. I'm very curious to see what that looks like tomorrow when we play Survivor on the PTB. Yeah, it's only 2 of them, I will say. All right, sounds good. I am going to join right now. Candy, I forget. Do I have you added? If not, what's your DBD tag? I'll invite you. Okay. Hey, Shiggly Wiggly, thank you much for the follow. I do appreciate ya. Yeah, it is going to be Rainbow Rank just due to the fact that it is PTB. Matchmaking is pretty much out the window. And I was just about to stop on by your stream as well and drop a follow. I do appreciate you doing so over here. GG's, my friend, GG's, and a follow drop to you. And for those here as part of the Guilty ones, please make sure to stop on by. And Venus Guitar, thank you much for the follow as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Connection lost. Okay, that's fine. In-game, do I have Candy? I do have Candy added. Server connection error. Some features may be unavailable. And Inky Pinky, thank you much for the follow as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I wonder if I'm getting hit by the 8012 error code? Maybe? And Little Rock, thank you much for the gift 1 sub to Wrong Malice. I appreciate it. I also fixed my drivers momentarily. It's saying server connection error. Some features may be unavailable. I might need to restart my game real quick. Hold up. From Shiggly Wiggly stream. I appreciate you. Let's quit real quick. Let's bring up Steam and restart. I wonder if Steam's having a wee bit of an issue. Yeah, it was saying that I was having connections to the server error, so I imagine maybe just Steam being Steam, right? But while we're reloading, I will fix my face cam. Wouldn't be a horrible idea. Alright. Perfect. Should be good to go now. Alright, we can't forget, by the way, I still have 2 more packs of these horrendous things, and there is another potential dead fish. Out of all of these so far, dead fish has been honestly the worst. For those who don't know what this is Bean Boozled. I dedicate all my streams to charity, and so Marcus here, the sadist that he is, decided to donate for 28 beans. We're doing them only in packs of 7. And so we're gonna get through 1 pack a stream. So we have this pack. This pack, though, scares me. There is 2 potential barfs, 2 potential dead fishes, a booger, a dog food, and I think a rotten egg in dishwater. Yeah, that sounds about right. Frickin' horrid. Let's see if this is working. I can invite Candy now. Excellent, excellent. And so I want to take a look at some build ideas with these new perks. I'm very curious to how this could work. So let's try something. I'm going to try more of a meta build to begin with Corrupt Intervention. But I also want to use the new perk that gives me info in the first 7 seconds, which is Lethal Pursuer. So for 5 seconds, I think it goes up to 7 on tier 3. But Lethal Pursuer, here we go. There's it at. Lethal Pursuer, Lethal Pursuer. Am I blind? I am. Alright, then we're going to run our good old Ruin and Pop as per usual. And go from there. I normally know where everything is from sight, but because everything's moved around now, I have no idea. There we go. Alright. As far as add-ons go, I've taken a look at the add-ons. I honestly think that anything that increases your mutation rate is the way to go on him. So I'm thinking T-Virus Sample plus the, whatchamacallit, Marvin's Blood. I think these two are probably going to be the best add-ons for Nemesis, honestly. And last but not least, we're going to bring in Mori, because why the hell wouldn't we? Our goal, by the way, is to Mori Luna. We want to Mori Luna for that special Mori. Outside of that, as the add-ons are concerned, the Eerie, this one's pretty bad. When they open up a box for the vaccine, they get exposed for 12 seconds. Meh. Shattered Stars badge, though. Increased movement speed when generator is repaired. That's kind of cool in theory. There's only two zombies in the map, though, so once again, a little bit meh. This one, though, Depleted Ink Ribbon, I'm very curious about this one. I think this mixed with, like, Blood Warden or No Way Out or Remember Me might be interesting. Well, let's ready up. Let's also, before I do, though, we are going to actually go to Raccoon City Patrol Station. So we're gonna go there. Or Police Station, not Patrol Station. There's only 2 zombies in the map. At least from what I saw in the last match, that is accurate. I'm not sure if more spawn based on the add-ons, but yes. So I am readied up, and I'm very curious to see. Before we do get into this one, I'm going to eat a singular Bean Boozle. I'm going to put away that freaking bag air because it smells rancid. Should I get the dead fish out of the way, guys? Should I do the dead fish first or second? Or last, rather. First or last? What do you think? Should I do the potential dead fish first? It is horrible. I had to spit it out last time. Dead fish first? Thank God it's not. You have no idea. That was the worst tasting thing I've had in a while. Yesterday. I've never been so freaking happy to get strawberry banana smoothie. Okay, so what are the other bad ones in here? We have, what is it, 2 Tutti Frutti, which could potentially be, Stinky Socks. I haven't tasted what that one's like yet. Alright, though. So, I'm very interested to see Corrupt Intervention plus the perk that shows us where everyone is at the beginning. I think that's going to be a really strong combination. Where you go to throw a bean in your mouth, and instead you miss and throw it behind you. Yeah, you know, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Wouldn't be a bad idea, Rag. Not gonna lie. You know, don't give me thoughts there. Alrighty, though. So, I'm curious on something. Did behavior ever fix the interaction with oppression and overcharge, or no? Alright, let's see. Where do we see them? We see them... Ooh, they are split up kind of well. Look at that. So you have 7 seconds to find them, but we see one of them on the ground floor, so let's go for that one over here first. This map is pretty windy, though. Hello. Let's infect you. Oh my god, these add-ons stacked together gives you so much mutation progress. Holy hell. Look at that. 1 hit and already almost finished with tier 1. If we hit one other person, absolutely. Alright, they dodged. You can move pretty well while fatiguing, by the way. So that's Candy already injured. Less than like 15 seconds into the match. That is pretty awesome. Let's mind game this. So we'll hit over that. Yeah, so pallets and vaults are not that great against him. Like, honestly, they're pretty bad. He has more anti-loop than even Death Slinger, I'd argue. Let's go patrol our active gens now, if I can find my way over there. This map is pretty hard to navigate from what I've seen. They're very tight corners too, so like Huntress isn't gonna be great. All right, let's go here. Let's infect you. So we're already on tier 2 and a little bit more. That's nasty. Now we can break pallets with our M1, or M2 rather. All right, you're over here. We'll get a hit. Yeah, the anti-loop is strong. Okay, we see the zombie now chasing, so we can use the zombie for info. Though I think the zombie got a little bit lost there. I don't know if it knew the right pathing, basically. That's interesting to note. So even if it's chasing, it can't necessarily always find where they are. Yeah, he feels very strong. Holy hell. So let's just chase. Yeah, throwing pallets, completely useless. Completely useless against Nemesis. That is terrifying. All right, let's get to a hook. And let's get to this gen down here that they were working on. All right, let's go for you. We see them go off to the left-hand side. And let's give chase. We hear another gen being worked on here, so we might want to interrupt that as well. So we see, who is this? I think it's not Candy, it is someone else. All right. Yeah, we're gonna continue looping you. You actually have a pretty good window vault here, honestly. It seems pretty safe. Yeah, that's really safe. That's a very, very safe, whatchamacallit, loop. All right, so let's pressure the unhook then and see where they're going. I heard footsteps, but I can't identify where they were. I heard a... Was that a zombie dying? Or is that just a zombie down there? Interesting. Oh wow, I can't figure out where I'm going. So zombie's chasing someone. Yeah, this is very windy. So definitely chasing someone. Looks like 2 of them are, in fact. Alright, let's go for you. Let's get you infected so we can get closer towards our tier 3. That didn't work as well as I'd hoped. I was hoping to actually go over the desk. It did not work, though. Oh, wow, we broke it from underneath of her. So it's kind of like Bubba, where it seems maybe it prioritizes the pallet before it prioritizes the hit on Survivor. Interesting. This chase music is intense, though, I will say. We still didn't hit her, so the hitbox on this is pretty unforgiving, honestly. It looks like even if the zombie does attack at you, you can still dodge it pretty well. Noted. Yeah, look at that. It's very, very unforgiving on your M2. There we go. So we're almost on tier 3 now with our additional range. All right, we got our hit. Yeah, it's kind of like Slinger. Absolutely. Let's get our tier 3 going, though, and infect this Meg here. Yeah, have to be really on point. All right, let's go for you. Wait, are you really infected? You are. I just realized that. Oh, that's a really interesting vault. Can I go back? I can. So I can cut her off a little bit. So here's the thing about the zombies. They can body block you. You have collision with them, so I had to destroy that zombie, which is an interesting note. But you do, when you do destroy a zombie, you do get some mutation, which is a nice thing. So there's a benefit to doing so. It's not just the punishment. But they are starting to work through gens as we speak. Alright, let's go back to middle. I feel like they're probably over there, but I don't know how to get there. Oh, look at that. So following the carpet seems to lead you a little bit. So that's something to note. Alright, let's find you. Yeah, she's going over this way. So let's infect you. Oh no, you're already infected. Crap. So actually not cleansing might be a thing, because I can't get to tier 3 unless I find the uninfected Feng Min. There we go. Yep, exactly. So I could probably kill another zombie for some added mutation to get to tier 3, unless we find the Feng Min. That would be our only other saving grace to get to our tier 3, honestly. So let's just follow this person. See where they went. I don't know why we lost scratch marks there for a moment. I wonder if they crouched ever so slightly. I want to say this might be Feng Min. It's hard to say, though. Yeah, this is a Feng Min. It looks like it is the uninfected Feng Min, too. So this should result in our tier 3. Alright. Looks like someone got an antidote. And we missed that. That's shocking. Okay, we can hit over anything that I think Deathslinger can, too. That's really good to know. So anything like that, we can hit over. Let's hit you down and body block you. So we can just hit you. There's BT. So it does proc BT, it looks like. Ooh. Look how close we could get that hit and for it not to work. Very interesting. Alright. Let's put you up on hook. We still need to get Luna in Mori range. I want to see this Mori. Alright, I hear someone downstairs. It looks like. Upstairs, maybe? Oh, I could have sworn it was downstairs. I don't know how to get upstairs. Oh, here. That works. There's Luna. Luna's not in Mori range yet, so let's hook her. And after next hook, then we can Mori Luna. I mean, Oni's still really good because of the hypermobility that Oni has to offer, but Nemesis feels really, really good. I mean, really good. I don't know if I'd put Nemesis into S tier, but maybe A tier, if not getting really close. Yeah, the sounds are probably going to trigger people's misophonia, I will say. So that is something to keep in mind. If you're not a fan of, like, the plague noises, you're probably not going to be a fan of the Nemesis noises either. Alright, I need you out of my way. So you're gone. Once you're on tier 3, though, it is kind of a downside to kill the zombie. I don't know how quick the respawn rate is. That's something to keep in mind. I feel like I heard someone. Yeah, I did. Those were scratch marks going up the steps. I'm pretty sure. Looks like they're going this way. So let's chase this. Looks like the zombie is chasing someone. I'm not sure to where. We did see Jill. So let's go kill Jill. Let's Mori them. Of course, I missed that one. We should be able to hit over this. Yep, that's super lethal. Being able to hit over objects like that's insane. All right, let's kill Jill now. Hi, Jill. Stars, very nice. And squish. A whole new concept to squish the bunny. Yo, what's up, Sceninator? Thank you much for the raid. Welcome, welcome, raiders. I am Mark, aka Giltspire. I'm an educational killer maid here to teach kills how to play killer and survivors how to play against killer. Very happy to have you here on this merry PTB day. Alright, let's go for candy real quick. Okay, we can't hit over these since we can't see over them. I think that's the biggest thing. If you can see over something, then you can hit over it. Would be the key there, for sure. Did I completely miss them? I did. Let's hit you. Then let's hook you up. Sean and Nader. Oh, thank you. Sorry. Took a quick look. Alright, looks like they're probably on the gen downstairs and upstairs. That could be an oof. Let's take a look. How do I get down there? Okay, I can go through this door. Yeah, these gens are rough to try and find. I love this map, but it is a rough one to navigate, so you definitely have a benefit to understanding the map a little bit better. But thank you much for joining the Guilty Ones. Very happy to have you here. Wait, did the zombie get her? Oh crap, the zombie got her. That's awesome. Basically just boxed her in. Holy hell. Also, I just realized that Ruin's been gone for I don't know how long. Hell then. So let's pop this. This was 99, I think. Fair play. Alright, we might as well go downstairs and pop that Gen 2. So I'm interested to see if Oppression works with the bopping perk. I don't think he says stars when he kills anyone else but Jill. I think that is the Easter egg of sorts. Alright, we're trying to find where this last survivor was. I saw scratch marks, but I don't know where they could have gone. I think over here is the only other stairs up, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's the only other stairs up. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to navigate this map at times. Not gonna lie. Oh, they've got the unhook, so I guess we should go back up the stairs. Hard to find gens. I can imagine. I can wholeheartedly imagine that. Alright, so someone's over here. Get out of my way, zombie. Yeah, the zombies can be a detriment to the killer, though. That is something to keep in mind. Scratch marks down here. Let's follow. Keep in mind they're both within Mori range, so we will kill the next survivor we find and down. Scratch marks here. It's very windy. Oh, I hear footsteps. There we go. We have increased range, so we can get them from pretty good distance. Probably like a good 6 meters or so. And if they run into the zombie by accident, they will get downed. That would have been huge for us. Alright, let's see. Ooh, that did not work as well as I'd hoped. But we'll down Meg here. And let's get the Mori. Let's see if he says stars. Nope, no stars. So the stars quote is a specific thing for Jill. I'm not sure about Leon, but at least for Jill, that is clear. But looks like Hatch has spawned. And I guess we can try and go find it. Wait, is this basement? Hold up. This basement? It is basement. Ooh, look at that. I would have never have realized that unless I saw like a different staircase going down. It's only Jill. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I feel like this map here is going to be like freaking backwater swamp trying to find this godforsaken hatch. Yeah, this is going to be atrocious. I have no idea if it can spawn upstairs. I doubt it. Most vertical maps, it can't. Oh, we found it. So let's see what the close animation looks like. I imagine it's just a stomp. A big old boot to the hatch. That's it. Is he a 115 killer? He is. He feels super strong. I really mean it. I honestly put him right now, just at face value, at A tier. Maybe too strong? I wouldn't say too strong. I don't think when you compare it to like Nurse or Spirit, there's much that can be too strong, but definitely an A tier killer. Wait, was that someone? That was. All right, let's more you. Oh, sorry. Let me bring you out a bit though, in that we're not so cramped. But yeah, it's very, very strong indeed. Borderline S from what I'm seeing. I would say borderline S. Like I said, I would say maybe A+. I think because he lacks a mobility perk, but he is like the pinnacle of an anti-loop killer. What are the hitboxes like? They're a bit generous or very tight like DS? They're very tight. They're very unforgiving on the hitboxes, honestly. That was insane. Do you want to try a different map? Yeah, I want to try a small map. I want to try like Midwich or Cold Tower and see how oppressive the zombies are. Like that was a very large map. I'd argue that is probably on square footage, if you include the verticality, on par with like Mother's Dwelling. But I want to see like a small map. His ability doesn't seem to slow him down. It does, very slightly. I think it decreases you to like a 110. I could argue a slight nerf that they could do for him is decrease the speed a little bit more to maybe like a 105, but it seems almost like Plague to where it decreases your speed and then maybe increases it once it's fully charged. But it's pretty insane, honestly. Let's do... Okay, so Midwich is a 166 with 2 floors, which puts it at about a 132, roughly. Cold Tower is the smallest if you look at it from that perspective. But then again, there are a lot of bottlenecks on Midwich that could really punish you if you don't play around the zombies right. So those would be two that I'm very interested in seeing. Let's start with Cold Tower, the good old-fashioned one. I do want to try a different build here. I'm going to probably drop Lethal Pursuer. He's very M2 focused, so... Oh, that could be interesting, like a save the best for last build on him. That could work. But it seems like you almost want to always use your M2, doesn't it? And TJ, I think I said your name right, apologies if I don't. Welcome to the Guilty Ones, my friend. GG's, my friend, GG's. Okay, so what we're gonna do, though, is we're gonna go with more of a, whatchamacallit, a gen build. So we're going to do heavy anti-gen. Saw a clip of streamer getting face camped by a zombie. That's awesome and also horrifying. Is that why I don't understand hysteria on him? Perks are supposed to be more thematic than, you know, supposed to work on him, right? But we're going to go with things like Dragon's Wrath. Let's see, right? Dragon's Wrath. Or Dragon's Grip, rather. We're going to go with Oppression. We're going to go with Overcharge. And we're going to go with Eruption. I'm curious to know if they fixed the Overcharge bug. I don't think they did. I don't remember seeing anything about it. So I'm very curious to see Oppression and Overcharge. To see if that also works with Eruption. If it does, that could potentially be the new meta of Oppression and Eruption. It could be very interesting. And Stretch from Little Rock, I appreciate ya. Let's do that real quick. And a posture check. All right, let's also do another Bean Boozle. For those who don't know, I do stream in dedication to Extra Life. And if you look right below the video, you can see some options to donate money to the cause. Where we're trying to help heal kids. Everyone, for some reason, hears kill kids at Sanford Children's Hospital. And one of them is Bean Boozle. For those who don't know what Bean Boozle is, I can either be getting a sweet treat of Tutti Frutti or a horrid concoction which will result in dirty socks? Stinky socks. Let's find out. I dropped it. Should be fine. Alright, stinky socks or Tutti Frutti? It's Tutti Frutti! Hey, 2 good ones in a row. Lucky me. I don't exactly like Tutti Frutti anyways, so it's kind of meh, but it's better than stinky socks. Apparently. But it makes me really scared of the last 5 that we have, right? Was it Stinky Socks? No. Was it? No, it's Tutti Frutti. Sorry. Like, it had a bad aftertaste. That's why I don't like Tutti Frutti. I always say coconut, so I always prefer the baby wipes. Right now, coconut isn't baby wipes. Coconut in the 5th edition is spoiled milk. Probably that much worse, honestly. Alright, though. So, Jar of Salty Lips. I get a sense that they might be trying some slippery meat builds. What's the question regarding? I've only played M1ing Twins. Eruption, incapacitated status effect. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so basically think of Doctor. Doctor incapacitates you so they can't drop pallets or vault. Or can't do anything. Oh, and maybe I'm thinking of Hindered. I think Hindered stuns you, and incapacitated means that you can't do gens. Maybe you're right. I have to look into the difference, because that is a newer one. Hindered is Doctor, I think. I think you're right. So this is arguably the smallest map as far as square footage is concerned. Let's see how the zombies work on this one. This is going to be interesting. So they probably spawned over this direction or to the far left. Let's find out. No scratch marks from what I can see. Crows have not been disturbed. And so let's head back to the hill. So Madness tier 3? Kind of, yeah. They're back on this gen. Let's get you off of that real quick. Let's hold on a second. We hit the tree. So let's hit this with Dragon's Wrath, Overcharge, and Oppression. So if they touch that, they'll become exposed. Now, I only see that as yellow, so that would probably tell me that Eruption was not applied to any other gen. Looks like they are exposed, and that was a Jill, I think? I want to say that was a Jill. Yeah, that was a Jill Scream. Let's mind game real quick. And let's see if you get to the pallet. You will, so we'll infect you at the very least. I should have changed up the add-ons. That's my bad for not doing so. Alright, Dragon's Wrath is probably about to expire. So let's break you. And Dragon's Wrath should be expiring pretty soon. Let's at least injure you. And then if we can get a M1 with Eruption, that'll be a 6% regression on that generator. So that would be good to hit. Yeah, see, these type of loops here, these short loops, are god-awful against him, honestly. Her only hope is probably getting to this pallet. Alright, let's break this. There's a bit of a cooldown, so you're punished for not committing to the charge, by the way. That is an important thing to note. They're already on 1 gen. Yeah, it's very much a snowball stat effect. Let's break this. And drop down. There's Candy. So I guess we just loop this for now. She could probably get to the loop again, but with our reach, I don't think she can make it. Yeah. Maybe. She might make it, actually. Nah, she dead hards. Nice. Let's break this. Alright, we could apply Dragon's Wrath to that gen again, theoretically speaking. She's still in the area. Yeah, she went back over here. Yeah, if they go back to that gen will get finished, is a slight problem. That's a bad idea. Wow, like I said, the ability is really unforgiving. You have to be dead on with it. Looks like they did go back for it, like I thought. Really wanted that Eruption, but just didn't pan out in the end. So if Eruption had still been applied, that would have procced it. Very interesting. So far, the zombies haven't done really too much, I'll be honest. Though it looks like one of them is chasing someone as we speak, actually. As we see the arms outstretched. So it looks like someone's on that gen. I gotta kick a lot of gens. Yeah, I was hoping that it might interact with, like, Oppression. I still feel like that Oppression should interact with other gen perks, like Dragon's Wrath, Overcharge, at least to some degree. Or if it was a specified perk that does so, I think that'd be kind of cool. Because it definitely would be really beneficial to the perk's value, right? Alright, we are in tier 2 now. So let's forego that chase for now, and see about applying more pressure. Sounds like they are upstairs. So let's go apply Dragon's Wrath up here. Unfortunately, our Eruption's still on cooldown. Alright. So it looks like that's a 10% regression. Ooh, that was 2 Oppression hits right there. Those were those difficult skill checks activating. That's actually really, really nice. So Dragon's Wrath could be an interesting thing with Eruption because it makes it so that they don't want to be on the gen, right? So that could be interesting. Looks like someone opened up the antidote box. That's why we're getting that Killer Instinct on Meg there. So let's go for an M1 on Meg for Eruption. Oh, no, Eruption hasn't actually activated. Never mind. Well, let's look at that one. Why not? Correct. Is it 60 seconds or is it only 30? I thought it was 30 on Dragon's Wrath, but I could be mistaken. Let's see. They are back upstairs. Didn't look like Overcharge proc, surprisingly. We do see a zombie going up, which could be interesting. We'll get the hit on Candy. And she'll drop down and get stunned. This might be a good hit. Yeah, that's actually a really good hit. So let's pick you up and then go back upstairs. Oppression still is on cooldown for a little bit longer. Probably only like another 15 seconds though. So Candy's on second hook now. I mean, they're doing a really good job getting me pressured, I will say. So Eruption is activated again. So if we do M1 someone, Eruption will proc. He doubles back. Looks like the injured survivor is also over here, by the way. We're on tier 3 now, so we have a extended range with our ability. Eruption just procced upstairs, so that was a 6% regression on that gen. Very interesting. Alright, we see zombies coming up here. Looks like they're going upstairs. They hit a overcharge, which is nice. So that's another 10%, or actually 15% regression on this gen. So let's reapply Dragon's Wrath and overcharge to it. We do see them going for the unhook too. So let's go for you. She is infected and does have an antidote. Do note that fact. If you look in her hand, there's that purple vial. So that's an antidote in hand right now. We see someone going upstairs. There's a zombie there to pressure them, though. Not enough range to do that. We have to kind of figure out the range a little bit. But Leon's being chased by a zombie right now. It looks like he may have dropped down. Yeah, zombie can't fall down. Looks like it only can follow specific pathing. So that's also very good to know. Let's oppress again real quick. Would Franklin's take away the antidote? I think so. I think that would work that way. That range is still really, really good. You need to pre-drop pallets, I think, against Nemesis. I think that's your only saving grace. Yeah, it really is. Fall down the game stairs. Really? Like, fall down the game stairs, or... Looks like that was oppression upstairs. That's good. That's another 15% regression. Interesting. Looks like that is our killer instinct on the antidote. So let's go back upstairs and apply overcharge once again. And eruption. Eruption is active as we speak. Alright, they jump down. So let's pop that. Let's go over to this gen that we know that they're working on earlier. Look at that, though. I think Ruin is the perk to use on Nemesis because of the fact that you're able to push them around with zombies off of gens. That's huge. That is really huge. There are a limited number of antidotes. Maybe. I don't know if it'd be well worth it because there is a limit to them, of course, but still. We do see scratch marks. Oh, I just realized I could have freaking moried Candy. That's my bad. Sorry about that. Should have moried. Alright, we'll go for Leon here. We'll try and get an M1 going, though. Let's see where he is. I wonder if he went to Shack. He did not. He's still in the corner, actually. Yeah, now he's going to Shack. So he might go for the vault on the right. Yeah, oh, so over pallets, it prioritizes the survivor. Interesting. Yeah, I honestly think that Nemesis is the new anti-loop. That is huge. Another 10% regression on that gen back there. Rather 15%. So let's go for that and try and get an impression to pop off too. I think that would be the smart move. Because imagine they're on that gen and that gen as we speak. They fall off of it. The zombies pushing them around. That's amazing. Unfortunate timing. I was trying to get an oppression activation there. Let's go for Jill here. That extended range is amazing, though. And did someone get hit by... Oh, no, that was a Dragon's Wrath. Yeah, that was Dragon's Wrath that just popped off, I think. Can you hit through? No, you cannot. I thought for a second that I did. You cannot hit through survivors with the tentacle. That is really good to know, actually. Go for the vault. You do not. So in that case, let's go back for the gen real quick and ensure they're not on it. Because we did see that Dragon's Wrath earlier, right? Very interesting. Were you the one? You were. So Eruption just went off, regressing that by 10%. And looks like Meg is moriable, so let's actually mori you real quick. Alright, here we go. I love the zombie in the background, that's fantastic. And squish. I think our new killer to squish survivors with is gonna be frickin' Nemesis. We get to squish the bunny foo-foos now. Like, really squish them. Not just with our hammer, but frickin' hold Mori. No, I don't think we can get her from there. But it's good bait. That's a hit. And looks like they did finish the last gen, though. Pallets don't help you. You have to play around it almost like Huntress on pallets. That's insane. That really is. Zombies going over that way. Could that be where Leon is heading? Other zombie? I don't see them. Yeah, I think the killer instinct is after opening the box, not necessarily after using the vaccine. I'm pretty sure it's just on box open activation. I do not know how many antidotes there are. Wait, which one did they open? Did they just Kobe? I think Kobe with Jar of Salty Lips. Okay, looks like the zombie's chasing the Kobe. Yeah, there she is. So they must have opened up the other one. I was really confused at how they opened up both and unhooked at the same time. Alright, do I fear a DS? I feel like I do, so I'm gonna forego that pickup for now and just pressure Leon then. But I'm pretty sure that's a DS in hand. Don't see where Leon is. I don't see zombies chasing him. You know, screw it. We'll just pick up. Well, we'll just hope that there's no DS. Nope, no DS. That's good news, at least. Oh, Hatch is here. Oh, wait. Oh, they already left. I just realized that. That's my bad. I didn't realize Leon left until I heard the hatch. This is really cool. It's a really fascinating ability. Obviously, Eruption I don't think is going to be something that Nemesis uses all too much, but still. This is really nice. Yes, they can use 2 vaccines. They can... One survivor can take up the entirety stock of vaccines. GG, well played. So, it can be interesting in that regard. Down for another. Yes, thank you for the reminder, T. I did see Frankie to bring me some food. Cool, so we're good for another match. Alright, I want to try Midwich now. Midwich is another small map with really close corridors. I think the zombies might be, like, really painful there. Yeah, solo queue against Nemesis is going to be horrific. I'm also going to change up perks again. So what other perks do we want to try out, or perk combinations? We have Eruption, and then we have Hysteria. I'm going to forgo Hysteria. I don't think it's going to work all too well on him. So we're going to stick with our normal build, but I want to see what I can find, which is what I consider the ideal build for him. I'm thinking Hex, Ruin, normally our normal one, right? Hex, Ruin, Pop, then maybe save the best for last, but I'm not sure. I'm going to change the add-ons too, yeah. I want to try out specifically the Depleted Ink Ribbon and the Broken Recovery Case. I don't think people are removing the infection all too often, but still. Actually, you know what? Let's do Shattered Stars badge instead. So what perk should we use? That's the real question. All right, no worries, no worries. Let's also, before we forget, switch over to Midwich. Does Eruption work of Oppression? It does not. We just tried that out, unfortunately. I was really hoping that it was going to. Anyway, it was something that was crossing my fingers, because then it would probably been the new meta, honestly. Because it's arguably a better version of Surge. It would be pretty OP, but like I said, I feel like Oppression needs some of those perk interactions, because then it'd be well worth it. You know, since we're using Depleted Ink Ribbon, let's go with... So, this is interesting, right? Considerably decreases zombie respawn time. Moderately increases zombie movement speed. When 5 generators are repaired, any destroyed zombies respawn in an exit area. So, in that case, would Bamboozle work? Any destroyed zombies respawn in an exit area. I don't know, there's only 2 zombies, though. Like, if there's, like, a horde of zombies, then that's one thing. You can combine it with Surge, though, in case people get back on gens. That's true. Though, it can put you into a scenario where there's nothing to pop or nothing to eruption. It would have been really, really useful. I do remember when Oppression used to work with Overcharge, and that was a freaking amazing perk combo. Unfortunately, I do not think it works anymore, which is quite saddening. What perk would be best, in my opinion, for Nemesis? Okay, here's a question. Do the chests for the antidote count as chests? And if so, does Hoarder proc? What's the pulsey thing? That's just connected to the machine here. Ooh, let's try Hoarder. I wonder if that would work. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try that out and see if that interaction actually works. And before I forget, let me take a bite of some food. This actually looks really good. Looks like mushroom, some spinach, some tomato, some seasoning, and penne pasta. Looks really good. I'm very excited. Not sure what the sauce is, though. The food or the pulsing thing. I don't think you want to take a bite of that. That might get you a bit infected there. Yeah, so I'm curious to see if Hoarder works the way I want it to. Like, I'm trying to figure out what other perks would work really well with Nemesis. But I'm unsure. Because if you think about it, normally you'd think maybe save the best for last for the decreased M1 timer. But, like, how often are you honestly going to M1 a survivor with how powerful his M2 is? It's basically a Huntress Hatchet, but arguably better. Also, doesn't Nemesis Infection counter Iron Will with the whole coughing thing? Yes. Yes, it does. Oh, I'm not sure. Like, how often are you going to M1? Because as long as you can, it seems to be, as long as you can see over an object, you can hit over it. That means vaults, that means pallets, that means low tiles. It is only on a horizontal space, though, so keep that in mind. You can't do it vertically. So upstairs, no go. Downstairs, no go. As long as it's vertical. Basically, think of a doctor ability with his shock therapy. Sloppy Butcher wouldn't apply. Franklin's wouldn't apply. Anything that M1 wouldn't apply. Tried to M1 in the match. I tried when they got in my face and did circles. Scott gonna hate him. It is, honestly, I would argue now that Nemesis is probably one of the best anti-loop killers in the game right now. I honestly think so. Because he's a better version of Deathslinger. I'm going to put that out right now. Deathslinger just went down a tier because he is now able to injure across pallets. That's a thing that Deathslinger can do, but if they've already been injured once and they're in the injured state, you can no longer injure them if you shoot over the pallet unless you get around the tile. Whereas Nemesis completely does not care. Once he's in tier 2, he has a shred ability on pallets and doors, which is even more amazing. So he has a shred ability, he has an anti-loop ability, he has a, information ability. Yeah, it's very similar to Pyramid Head, right? And that's why Pyramid Head does push him further up the list as far as tiering. So let's see if Hoarder does work the way we want it to. This is very fascinating. I mean, you're not wrong. They could, making him weak would probably not go over well by the, the IP holders. You're not wrong on that. All right, let's break this real quick. I mean, I wouldn't say that they're S tier, but they're, oh my god, he's pretty high up there, honestly. So let's see if we get Hoarder procs throughout the game once we start infecting. I think he's in the locker. Yeah, that'd be the only thing that makes sense. There's no scratch marks. He wasn't at the tiles, so locker would be the only thing that would make sense there. How he would play on console? Console's going to hurt a little bit when playing him. The main reason, of course, is the fact that it is very unforgiving on the hitboxes with your ability. I will say that. It is very unforgiving. Looks like someone went downstairs. Oh, it did fall down. That's interesting. So it looks like it can fall out of windows, theoretically. Scratch marks going back in. Is the zombie stuck, though? I think the zombie's stuck. I don't think it can get down. All right, let's see. Will you go for the pallet? Yeah, I think they've realized now, don't go for pallet. Pallet, bad idea. Like I said, very unforgiving on that hitbox. You have to be on point. Oh, zombie there. Will he get a hit? He will not, which means he might be in my way. Yeah, he's in my way, so he just body blocked me. That sucks. I appreciate it, Carl. All right, let's see. So they're gonna go over here. We don't have our infect ability. Can I note something? Even 2 hits with our ability still gets tier 2. Two hits, 2 infections will hit tier 2. So let's try and get... No, I'm gonna forgo this. I think that's the right move. You know, I do love the fact that they do everything on Tuesdays. I don't like the fact that the 8012 error code is a thing, because PC just went boop. What was that? Did anyone just hear Dead by Daylight? That was Nemesis, right?
Dead by Daylight.
Yo! That's awesome!
By Daylight.
I didn't hear that the first time. That's sick. I must have not noticed.
Dead by Daylight.
We're gonna hear that for a while as I keep on trying to get back in. Are you guys, now we need the 4th now. Oof. I counted about 10 seconds for zombie respawn, and with the add-on, interesting.
By Daylight.
Hey, thank you much for the follow. Anyway, I do appreciate it. Welcome to the Guilty Ones. Would love to have you here as part of our community Discord, as well as our YouTube channel if you are interested. We are going to hear him a lot here, because I'm trying to get back in. It's probably going to be another 5 to 7 minutes before we are able to get back in. Malice and Candy, are you guys good to jump into another match once this is back up and running? Up to you, of course. If not, I'll bear the godforsaken killer cues.
Dead by Daylight.
And let's also eat some food in the meanwhile. Don't want to forget to do that. Awesome. I'm very happy. Thank you guys so much for doing Kill Your Friends, by the way. I was kind of dreading the killer cues, but I was going to do it no matter what. And Occult, thank you much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Very happy to have you here.
Dead by Daylight.
I appreciate that. I mean, tomorrow we're going to be doing Survivor Friends, so if you guys are down to do that too, I am down. Round for one more? All right, sounds good, Teachy. I probably DC randomly, and that would be bad for everyone. Fair. Yeah, your Wi-Fi being funky again. So 2 to 3 weeks until a Nemesis goes on hunt. Yep, everyone has 2 weeks.
By Daylight.
And that gives us also 2 to 3 weeks before they might tweak him. I honestly would argue that the best way to tweak him would be to reduce speed when charging up your ability. I'm sorry to hear that, Alex. Oh yeah, PS4, that's right. That is right.
Dead by
Yeah, if you can draft, that'd be awesome, since next match is going to be Teachy's last. I'm trying to think of, like, what else I want to try. I think the Hoarder, working on the antidote box would be my main thing that I'm very curious about. I have it loaded and ready. Awesome. Thank you, Giraffe. I appreciate you. Let's get some more food in me real quick. Do I think Nemesis will seek nerfs? So, there's one of 2 ways to look at it, right? I think because he is a IP killer, I doubt we'll see many nerfs. I think that is probably some of the same reason why it took them so long to nerf Freddy and tweak him, right? Because I do imagine that any changes that they make to the killer has to probably go through the IP holder. Want to do anything, people just use it as shred. Well, the thing is that in order to use it as a shred, you'd have to get it to tier 2. So the benefit of slowing him down on the ability would be similar to the same way that Huntress gets a debuff, right? So, if that were to be the same case, that would mean that tighter loops would be harder for Nemesis to hit over. Now, I will say that Nemesis' ability is a lot more unforgiving as far as the hitbox is concerned, so maybe, theoretically, I am over-evaluating it. Maybe I'm just better at hitting them. But even still, I've made very small, close shaves to where I've barely missed. Steam is having massive issues, FYI. Is it like an issue, or is it just server maintenance? Because Tuesday is server maintenance day, so this is on par for an 8012. Gonna head out. All right, Carl. I hope you have a great day, and we'll hopefully see you again tomorrow for some Survivor PTB. It's still down, yeah. Like I said, normally it's between 10 to 15 minutes. I was hoping it's gonna be shorter, but maybe not. My matches, they also seem to be no vertical. There's no verticality. It is all horizontal, so you cannot hit downstairs. You can hit upstairs. You cannot hit them if they're on a loop. That is a little bit higher than you. It's very similar to Pyramid Head and Doctor's abilities. So that is not possible. Something to keep in mind. It's why I would argue that he is probably one of the best anti-looping killers right now, along with Pyramid Head.
By daylight.
The only reason why I might not put him up as high as Pyramid Head is because Pyramid Head does have an anti-DS and BT ability, right? Pyramid Head can counter BT, Pyramid Head can counter DS, Pyramid Head can counter Deliverance, will make it. A lot of unhook-based perks. So if I were to look at an A tier right now, I would argue I would probably put Nemesis up there. I do not think I put him up in S tier. Can't wait to DS the Flashbang Grenade and mine. You know what'd be nasty? A DS into a Flashbang. That Flashbang's pretty nasty. Is Nemesis hitbox as small as Deathslinger? Yes. It's probably as small, if not possibly smaller, I would argue. It was really unforgiving. You could be pretty freaking close to them, and it would not hit. So I'd say it's very similar to Deathslinger on its hitbox. So that's a big thing that to keep in mind. But this, yeah, I would say, you know what, I'd probably compare it to like Deathslinger and Pyramid Head's ability. Those would be the two. Pyramid Head has a bit of a wider hitbox, I'd argue. So this is probably closer to Pyramid Head. Or not Pyramid Head, sorry, Deathslinger. What else can I think of here? I'm still trying to figure out what perk to use on him. Like, I have what I would call my meta builds, which always consists of Corrupt Intervention, Ruin, Pop. At the end of the day, if you want to win the game, if you want to get a 4K, those three perks are pretty much stock. It's always the fourth one where I try and look at the killer's ability and see what benefits them, right? Allowing us travel speed and size similar to Deathslinger console would be fine. Yeah, probably. I think that his new Gen Regression perk will pair well with Pop. So I was looking at that, and I was trying to do the math, right? So if you look at Ruin versus Pop, Steam is back up for you? Okay, so it's going to take a little bit of time. It'll probably hit back for me soon. Probably like the next couple minutes. It depends on region. Certain regions come back first and then kind of waves through. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, perks. The fourth perk. So there's a few things that I want to take a look at as far as his perk is concerned. A, if Hoarder procs off of the antidote box. May not work for the vaccine, by the way. Plunders didn't show the vaccine boxes. Ooh, interesting. Another thing I've seen is the animation for using the vaccine looks very similar to healing. I wonder if it will act as healing and if a nurse's calling will work. If a nurse's calling works on that, a nurse's calling could be a thought. Would probably require brutal strength for better use. Oh, sorry, right. Eruption. That was what I was talking about before I forgot. I got distracted. So I was doing the math with Ruin versus Eruption. Ruin is regressing a gen 6 seconds every 6 seconds every percent, roughly. So every percent is about 6 seconds worth. So if you put that into comparison, every second normally is about 3 seconds. So if in an instance you're using Eruption, one pop of Eruption is roughly
Here.
Hmm?
Cherry Italian soda.
Thank you. What was I trying to say? Eruption, 6% is about 18 seconds worth, roughly? Is that right? No, that doesn't seem right. 6% off of gen. Sure, when everything is up again? Gotcha. Saw a glitch with the zombie on the midwitch. I saw that, the zombie on the door, right? I'd have to punch and or tentacle it. Because I saw it drop down, and then it got stuck on the door. So they're probably going to have to fix that. I'm not sure how.
Dead by daylight.
So, trying to think. So, each gen takes 320 seconds to finish. Which would mean 1% of it is about 3 seconds. Multiply that by 6, that's 19 seconds. Is that right? No. Oh, it takes 320 seconds for it to regress fully. But it takes a gen 80 seconds to finish. Oh, that would be interesting. I don't know how that would work. So I guess it would be not based on would it based on regression, or would it based on full total time to finish? Would be the most annoying and funny thing for everyone. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that. Let's get Candy back in here. And we're going to go to Midwich again. Let's do that. Loadout. We are going to bring Hoarder to see if that works. We'll just experiment a little bit. So, Hex Ruin, Hop, and then we're going to bring Hoarder. Just not sure what other perks you would bring on him. I think it was a low-key attempt to troll, honestly. I just decided to ignore it. But I don't know. We're going to bring Shattered Stars badge and Depleted Ink Ribbon like we were going to earlier, and see how that works. I wonder how much speed the zombies actually get. It's a game? Don't know what the game is. Thou imagine constant clicker to go down because the zombies sneaked up on them. A constant clicker as in a flashlight clicker? That would be pretty funny. That would be a clippable moment for sure. Lethal Pursuer has any viability. Seems to be one off Discordance at this point. Actually, Lethal Pursuer is really strong. So a lot of killers want the beginning of their match to be, you know, instantaneous, right? They want to be on top of the survivors. Michael Myers is a great example. So I think that Michael Myers would be a great candidate for Lethal Pursuer, honestly. The only problem is, do I want to use that over Bamboozle, right? So you kind of have to start weighing perks side by side, but I think Lethal Pursuer on Blight, Lethal Pursuer on Myers, Lethal Pursuer on Huntress, if they are like an amazing Huntress who knows every which way to throw a hatchet to hit, Nurse. Like, those type of killers, Spirit, are going to love Lethal Pursuer. With that in conjunction with Corrupt Intervention, it's going to be a ton of early game pressure and probably a replacement for Whispers for those who use it. It's 7 seconds, so think of it as like a singular Bitter Murmur proc, right? So I think Lethal Pursuer will see some play. I think it's on specific killers, but still really good. Hysteria, I don't think it's really worth the perk slot. And also Sting Cheese, thank you much for the follow. Welcome to the Guilty Ones. And Eruption, like I said, I think that is arguably a better Surge. I think that's how I look at Eruption. Realistically speaking, I do think that cooldown is pretty large, which is its only real, you know, downside, right? I will say the Incapacitate status effect for 10 seconds, though, is pretty huge. Death Singer would still be more useful with Whispers than Lethal simply because of his build strength. You're not wrong, and most times I don't find it difficult to find survivors off the start. I think the biggest consideration for Lethal Pursuer is probably Myers. I would say that much. By the way, Giraffe, if you haven't already, I don't know if Charaminator is currently streaming. If so, can we give him a shout out? Be much appreciated. I forgot to mention that last match. At a gen at 85 to 95 done, get if Eruption couldn't push the gen out. So, in that case, I don't know if the regression penalty from Eruption is based on regression speed or total amount of time, because a survivor takes 80 seconds to finish a gen. Ghostface could use Lethal Pursuer as well. I think early 99 stock could be huge. True. Same with Wraith too. Wraith could stealth up to someone real quick. Biggest lethal use is on Oni. See, the problem with Oni, right, is that he still suffers from the main issue with Oni. He's a really good killer, don't get me wrong. But fact of the matter is that Oni's biggest weakness is survivors who drop pallets early. So if you can find them early, awesome. You still need to hit them early to get your power. So that's kind of the give and take there. If survivors are smart, recognize it's Oni, they're going to sit on a pallet and ensure that they're not able to. And Charminator, thank you much for the follow. Welcome to the Guilty Ones, my friend. And we did give a shout out to Charminator. I will also drop a view. Looks like they're not live though, unfortunate. But make sure to drop a follow nonetheless. Trying to think. Just hosted the stream for one viewer. I appreciate it, Wrong Malice. Thank you for the host. So what else could we consider with Eruption? Could I spin him around for you? Yeah. This dude is terrified. Like, he takes up the entire screen. He is a huge killer. It is really interesting to see him. I wonder if the doorways in Midwich are smaller than his model when he runs at you. I can imagine. He looks terrifying. Like, look at that face. Face only a mother could love. I'm interested on the backstory and how they've integrated that. His chompers, seriously though. It's a picture-perfect smile right there. He's wearing police tape, indeed he is. It's stapled together. But yeah, so I'm curious to understand Eruption a bit better. If it's 6% off of the 80 seconds, 6% off the 80 seconds would be about 4.8 seconds, roughly 5 seconds of regression, versus Surge, which is, I think, 8%, which would be 80 times 8, so that would be about 6 seconds. Notice a glitch in one of my matches that caused Nemesis to have the speed reduction of his power constantly. Kind of painful match. Oof. That is an oof right there for sure. Can't wait for fanfic writers to get Nemesis / Plague Ship. I mean, they're about the same height. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But yeah, this is real fascinating. I like this a lot. I think he's taller than the doorways. I really think he is. Hold on one second. I just want to see this. You'd have to see it from the other perspective, but I'd say his head might be like right underneath it. It's like scraping the top there. Viral love. Criminy. That is a name, alright. Alright, we'll see if Hoarder does proc at all. Zombies have spawned. And I don't think that they're chasing anyone yet. Now let's ignore you. I'm gonna go upstairs. Gonna take a bit of a shortcut. Someplace that most survivors do forget about. So let's do this. Most survivors won't ever use this loop because most people actually honestly don't know about that pathway. Zombies are chasing someone right now. That is, what was that? Was that Hoarder proc? No, that was a vault, wasn't it? That was a vault down. Let's see. We see a Jill in the distance. Zombie was chasing someone, but isn't anymore, suggesting that they went out of line of sight. I want to understand zombies' pathing and how they work, and what they need for a chase, basically. All the dates for matches are in June, correct? Yes, they are in June. Also going to July. Aren't playing those weekends. There is one weekend, like July 4th, which I specifically did not put any time in because of, well, July 4th. I figured that most people would be off doing their own thing, right? Alright. I think we can hit over all of these pretty much. I'll just hit here. I think that'd be smarter. I'm not sure if I'd have to see the fatigue time and see which one is shorter, the hit fatigue or the normal fatigue. No worries. Work special boxes that we're gonna test out. We're gonna test that out this match. And if they do, I think Hoarder might be the play. Let's hook you here and then patrol gens real quick. We know that they're on the one downstairs. We don't know about that one and that one. So we'll check that out. No one here. And this gen being worked on? Doesn't sound like it, so let's see. Is the zombie chasing anyone yet? I wonder if the zombie is based on line of sight or just noise. Looks like it did find someone. Freaking body blocked me though, that's horrible. Like I said, zombies can be a little bit obnoxious at times. Alright, we can probably hit over this loop, I'd imagine. Not that we need to, necessarily. Yeah, like I said, pretty unforgiving, so I definitely need to get a little bit better with my ability. There we go, there's a hit. Yeah, he's wicked oppressive over those short tiles, honestly. Alright, going upstairs. You do have a pallet up here, 2 to be exact. Going for the door instead. Perfect. Well, I was really like base power is so solid that it doesn't require any add-ons. That is something that I do like, and something that I do wish that they would do for more killers, of course, is because I think base power should always be strong, or at least viable. It should never require add-ons to basically make up for the differences, right? So that is a big thing for me as well, which I'm very happy about. Interesting, look at the zombie. It's going up that back pathway. If you do notice that. So that's actually very interesting on Midwich. That pathway might be really good for zombies, actually. Huh. We do hear Leon coughing, by the way, going for the hook. Yep, heard that. And zombie is coming on. It's a little bit short there. But Candy got immediately downed. I wonder if Wrong Mouse has BT. Did the zombie ignore BT or not? That's a very interesting point. Yeah, like I said, we can hit over any tile that we can see over. I wonder if this one works too. Maybe not. I heard the wood hit. So it might still have some limitations. Never mind, I was wrong. Work on zombies? That could be interesting. I doubt it, but never know. Yeah, zombies down Candy. That was pretty huge, honestly. Let's actually go upstairs. Forgot where I was for a second there. They do hit, yeah. So, I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility. I doubt it, though, because it'd be considered an M2, right? So I doubt that's how that would work. But I wonder if zombies do negate the effects of BT. Alright, she was healing. So let's go here. She'll vault down. She will not. So we can go for an M2, but she does have the pallet down here. No, she doesn't. My mistake. Yeah, I need to get better at the aim on this for sure. You definitely don't make that, though. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that in my mind. Trickster to Nemesis, who are you? Nemesis a Trickster? I am but infinitely better and with backup dancers. I'll say he definitely has the drip, but he doesn't have the abilities. Alright, we haven't seen any Hoarder procs yet, but I also haven't seen Killer Instinct go off, so that would suggest they haven't touched any of the antidote boxes yet. But someone's getting 3 downs, and they down the 4th. That's insane. I mean, we do have increased speed on the zombies right now, I will say. Alright, let's go upstairs. I did hear some gens being worked on. Yeah, that increased speed is actually pretty significant. They're roaming around the maps pretty well. So it looks like, interesting to note there, the ability does not actually interrupt gens. We did actually see that in action. If they're not injured, no interruption whatsoever. So that is very good to know. Ooh, we saw them pick up the antidote. Yeah, so look at that. We saw them pick it up, but we did not see them open up the chest. So Hoarder procs on the antidote being picked up. That's interesting now. Good hit. We do have our tier 2, so let's break. And then try and mind game this if possible. She's going over to the right, which has 2. We do have a pop in hand with no ruin anymore, so we should probably pop this gen. Better than you at K-pop? Yeah, so that would make a lot of sense. So Hoarder, I mean, at least will tell you that info, but that's about it. Look at that. You can charge that up wicked quick to shred pallets. I would argue that's as fast, if not faster, than Demogorgon Shred. So let's get a hit here. That is a hit with no problem because of those low areas. We do see you back on this gen. You're infected too, so this will be a hit. A good attempt at locker tech. I can appreciate that. It does punish you a lot, though. Most people are going to immediately use the vaccine and get killer instinct anyways. Yeah, it is kind of doubling up on info, so you probably don't need that. The question then remains, what perks are a good fourth choice? Because we saw it up there too. Look at that. They picked up an item. Not sure which item, though. Looks like, yeah, there's the antidote. So it's giving us info, but the killer instinct does the same thing. So the next question would be, does a nurse's calling proc on that as well? One thing to note as well, you can charge up your ability while falling. Not every killer can do that, actually. He really doesn't. He really doesn't have any real reason to hit with M1 at all. That is a matter of fact. His anti-loop is just so strong. So I would say there's almost never reason to do so unless you're uncertain about a hit. That was a good dodge, though. Like here, I mean, we already body blocked him, right? So we might as well M1. Yeah, only time it'd be worth it if survivors go for vaccine early. That'd be accurate. Yeah, I would argue that to be true. Iron Will coughing, indeed he does. So Iron Will gets countered. There's a lot of good stuff with him. Oh, we see a zombie bugged, by the way. So this zombie is bugged. I thought this was like a lamp for a second. Let's hit that zombie down. So that way you actually have two zombies roaming. So they'll have to fix that. Alright, did hear him over here. That's Feng Min. So some pretty good info too when they're infected like that. Do we have the range for this? We might. Yeah, we do. Let's have her go for this. Like I said, we can hit over pallets even if they're downed. It doesn't prioritize the pallet until they vault. Also, can Nemesis do infect one-shot plague strat against the cornered survivor? No. Because the second hit, which inflicts the actual damage, will result in them getting momentum and iframes. So that would not be the case, actually. So you cannot do that. Let's check this gen. Looks like they are on this one. They'll probably throw the pallet for extra time. So that is a 10% regression there. We'll hit Leon over that. Like I said, being over pallets does not do you any benefits. Yeah, the base kit's really good. Like, I have to say, that's one thing I do like, is that the base kit... Wait, did he get downed? Wait, someone got downed by a zombie. No. Do not tell me that the zombie hit you on the way down. Did he? He did! That's amazing! The zombie being stuck literally just for... That's fantastic. That is utterly fantastic. I didn't think the bug zombie would be able to do anything, but I guess I stand corrected. Holy hell. Okay, okay. The zombie tried to catch him. Was pretty successful too. Oh, they got the gen. I knew they were going to be on one of these. All right, hear them upstairs. Yeah, she's right above me. I can hear her pretty clearly. Kill a zombie, Gil? I already did, actually. But we don't... Wait, we do have the other one. Yeah, that's right. You're right, you're right, you're right. I'm not close enough to kill a zombie, though. They might be on the other exit gate. Shoot. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, I think they're gonna get out before we get there. The glitch happened? Yeah, the glitch did happen. Let's see here. Let's hit you. That should spawn a zombie. Oh, wait. Can you not be destroyed? The zombie apparently cannot be destroyed. I'm not sure where the other one has spawned, though. Let's hit you. You're in a corner now. Like I said, pretty unforgiving on those M2s. Do we have a Mori set up? We do not. The zombie is stronger than Nemesis? Apparently. Yeah, because the zombie... Oh, it did spawn in the exit gate. I don't think it really did much. You can destroy it by punching it. It doesn't just have to be tentacle. That is correct. So that is an option. Because we can show that off on this one here if we can get there fast enough. Oh, it spawned the wrong one, though. Look at that. It spawned in the one that it didn't open. Well, that's kind of sad. I have another. I will spectate for a while. All right, sounds good. So we'll get Giraffe in here, but GG, well played. So yeah, Hoarder, probably not a good move for him. I don't know what perks to use. I don't know what the fourth one should be. Maybe a Nurse's Calling, maybe Tinkerer. Tinkerer could be beneficial. Connection party has been lost. Let's get back in, invite Candy. Oh, server connection error. So I think we need to exit the game. Let's do that real quick, and then reconnect. Because I'm getting that error code again, so that probably tells me that DBD being DBD. So what other perks can you guys think of that we want to try out? Something like Ruin Undying, Disco, and Tinker could be pretty good. Yeah, that's not wrong. I mean, we already see how good Ruin can be because the zombies can push survivors off of gens and kind of almost in a way camp the gens, similar to like what Victor can do, theoretically speaking. So that is a possibility. That is a possibility. I still need to eat my food before too long. But I think, honestly, Pop and Ruin is still really good. Corrupt Invention, always an amazing perk to use. I'm just interested in the fourth one. Nemesis counters Sprint Burst due to possibly running into zombies confirmed. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong there. Alright. That would be a little bit terrifying, not gonna lie. And we'll get Giraffe in here as well. So loadout. So we're gonna go back to what we're using with Corrupt. Corrupt Pop. Ruin. And what else? Corrupt, Ruin, Pop. I mean, theoretically speaking, I'm All Ears could be something, but that's usually better with, like, Pyramid Head, for example. Save the best for last, like I said, I don't think works as well as one would want, because there's no real reason to M1 survivors for the most part. Sloppy Butcher doesn't apply. Anything with an M1 ability doesn't apply. It needs to restart 1 sec. All good, all good. No worries. I did send you an invite, by the way, Giraffe. Can you check if they forgot about the play for food as Deathslinger PTB again? We can check that, yeah. We'll check that after this next one. Jill has a straight-up pop counter. Wait, Jill has a straight-up pop counter? Oh, you mean the freaking mine? Yeah, so I was thinking about it, whether or not the mine is better than Repressed Alliance. I have work in 6 hours, so I'm off to bed. Have a great night, Techie. Appreciate you joining some Kill Your Friends with us. I really do. Makes the queues a whole lot shorter, to say the least. It said server problem, so in that case, you need to pretty much go out of Dead by Daylight and restart for it to fix. It seems to be a PTB issue, I bet. They can just kick the gen after being stunned. Correct. That is something. Say Repress is better since it is reusable. Is the other one only one time? Rookie Spirit's good Ruin counter because it could call out which gen's being regressed. I do like that. Honestly, I think that Technician and Rookie Spirit should be default perks that every survivor starting the game should have. It is reusable? Okay. As update the amount of people running Lightborn. Really? People are using Lightborn. Why? I'm so confused. You have to recharge it. Gotcha. So I would argue that Repressed Alliance is still better than the mine. I will say that freaking mine, though, is obscene. Like, it is very shocking to hit and very jarring for the killer. Makes it very difficult to do much. I don't think Bamboozle's good. I mean, Barbecue is usually replacing Corrupt Intervention. What in the world would the fourth perk be on him? Reset invite? Okay, I'll do that now. I'm just trying to think of this fourth perk, Coup de Grace. Coup de Grace would be interesting. Would probably give you the same reach as your Tentacle. Disco I don't think is necessary, unlike Plague. Run the Discordance, but for survivors. Discordance, but for survivors. Oh, you mean, whatchamacallit, Lethal Pursuer? I mean, Lethal Pursuer is good. I mean, I would say that it could be one of those fill slots like Tinkerer almost, if you are running Corrupt Intervention. Franklin's doesn't do anything. Enduring is kind of a bust too. Can Flashbang blind Spirit while she's phasing? Yes. Yes, it can. Because you can blind a spirit out of phase walk. So flashbang will be a theoretical spirit counter. That is accurate. So that is something that you can do. If you, for example, if you're being chased by spirit, you have flashbang and spine chill. Spine chill will be active if she's actively chasing against you, and then you can flashbang. Can you add me and try inviting me? Yeah, I can do that. Can you send me your whatchamacallit? Code? Candy isn't working? Oof. Giraffe, are you also having an issue? Because I saw this that you aren't in here either. I don't see you in the lobby, no. So let me restart lobby real quick. Hold on. Because that could be a thing. Because it acted like you were here, but I don't see you. I think I sent a friend request. Okay, give me 1 second. I do not see the friend request. You may have sent it to my console. I'm on PC. Alright, I sent the invite to Giraffe. Let me know if you got that, Giraffe and Candy. All good, all good. Yeah, there's Guiltspire, and then there's twitch.tv/Guiltspire, which is my PC one. You see my name, but I didn't see you. Okay, so it may have just been a bug. Not getting anything? Oof. In that case, let's restart DBD again. And see if that fixes it. An actual spirit perk counter. Yeah, I mean, that is a literal spirit counter along with Iron Will. Those would be the two that you would have to use specifically for spirit, of course. One new invite. What is this? Oh, I see this now. Yeah, I just accepted your invite. So let's get DBD to stop. It's struggling a bit. It hasn't stopped yet. Trying to think what else. Can we stop? I pressed the button. There we go. All right, let's reload in and see if it fixes itself. Flashbang will probably be meta. I don't think so. Basically, it makes it so that you can have upwards of, theoretically, a minimum of 5 flashbangs per game. Because you need to get to, what, 55%? In order to get 1 flashbang by going into a locker. So on a minimum, you could theoretically get to 55%, or 5 flashbangs. At most, theoretically, an infinite number. Do I think it will be meta? Probably not, but it's still pretty useful once you're empty-handed. Keep in mind, you have to be empty-handed, so if you do bring a tool to begin with, you can probably... Oh, God. It's saying no network connection now? Is anyone else getting this, or is this just me? I wonder if... Oh, no. Checking platform services? That's promising. Well, I don't think it's necessarily the PTB. I think it might be servers. I think it might be getting overloaded because it's this around the time of day when people are, like, getting off of work. So I bet you people are flooding to the PTB. Mine is fine, so it might be my servers, then, in the central. Actually, Candy, are you having issues with server status? Or is it just me right now? Because I know you're also central. Let's try exiting them. Mine seems fine. I'd say don't leave. You might get the network error as well, because I'm still connected to internet as I am still streaming, obviously. Trying to think right now about, like, the game as a whole, right? I'm gonna bring you to EU servers is still effed up, but killer on bad ping is bad. Well, it's not an issue of servers necessarily. It's the issue of just, like, connectivity, right? I can see why everyone's running Lightboard now, though. Why? Because they're getting hit by nothing but freaking mines and flashbangs. Is that why? I still think Lightborn is a waste of a perk, in my opinion, but still.
Dead by daylight.
Mines plus bangs? Yeah, that's fair. Connecting to servers. Yeah, it's getting caught up on servers, so I'd argue that servers might be having issues right now. I take some bites of food. Yeah, this feels like server issues with the PTB. I wonder if there's too many people on it. If you guys want to do a match of Survivor while I try and get back in, then yeah. This is Resident Evil and Nemesis, so rip the servers. You're not wrong. It would make a wee bit of sense, at least in my opinion. Unfortunate that we're having the custom issues, because now I'm locked out for a little bit.
Dead by daylight.
We're not even getting the 8012 errors, so it's definitely not Steam related. So it would tell me that if we're having trouble connecting to the servers, it's DVD server related. That's why we're not getting an error code necessarily. It's everyone right now? Okay, so it's not just me. Out of curiosity, are you in Central Hex? Or are you on Eastern? Mm-hmm. Otstarva ate the whole DBD internet connection. Indeed, he did. Eastern? Okay, so it's not just a central server issue then. He'd have a name like the shape. Nope. They generally gave him the IP name. I don't know why they called him the shape and not Myers. That's actually an interesting point. I don't know why. That is interesting to think about. Oh, connecting to RTM servers, validating client version. I think we're in. Didn't they call Pyramid Head the Pyramid Head too? Yeah, they did. You can explain that? Both of them? Okay, I'm curious. What is the explanation? The pig, executioner, cannibal, true. So yeah, Nemesis might be the only one. Is it based on IP holder? Or is it someone else? Alright, it looks like it's actually loaded me in, so that's good news. I might be getting in. Checking if... It's taking a while, though. Both Konami? No. Resident Evil is Capcom. The Demogorgon. You're right. The Demogorgon is actually named, its name. His role in the game, his in-role game is the Executioner, is a throwback to original, role in Silent Hill 2. Okay. Ghostface and Demogorgon, true. Ghostface, okay, to be fair, Ghostface is something interesting due to the fact that, his IP is very, very strange. Because he's, licensed not from, what is it? Is it Sony or 21st Century Fox? Well, let's see if we can get people in here. Is listed as in the credits. He's described as a shape of a man rather than a man. Gotcha. Alright, looks like Candy has joined. I don't see Candy in the lobby yet, though. Have to reset again? Okay, so it looks like it is server-wide issues. It is not just me. Noted. Very interesting. Oh, PTB. There had to have been something wrong with you. I need to re-up my loadout, don't I? I haven't even decided on what my first perk is going to be. Lore related, can almost explain it. Yeah, it's true. Alex is our resident lore expert, to say the least. Let's get popping there. So, still not sold on our fourth perk. I mean, a nurse's calling might be a thing. That might work out for us. Funworld owns Ghostface IP. That is correct. It used to be Party City, but I think Party City is now known as Funworld, or either that is their parent company, who is Funworld. I think it used to be Party City, right? And then they either rebranded or they got bought out by Funworld. I forget, though. But they own the mask, hence why Ghostface is different from the movies to that. Because I think in the movies, he's never referred to as Ghostface. He's referred to as Scream, right? And Ghostface is the mask. That's how they got around the IP. Authentically, I guess it's the Scream mask, but still. Parent company, probably, yeah. I would like for a legendary skin for Nemesis here to be Mr. X. I think they could probably do that. Yeah, Party City and Funworld are Halloween costumes. They still call the stores Party City. Okay, so in that case, it must be a parent company. Owns Spirit Halloween as well. Interesting, I did not know that. Wouldn't make sense with the... True. That is an accurate point. Chidigra and Nemesis. We thought about that. I might run it as a meme next time. I'm just looking for Lizard Vault for a theme park in Cedar Point. What, like Fun World? Interesting. It said the Tyrant, didn't expect his actual name. I forgot about Demo. Yeah. I mean, I guess he is referred to by many names. The Nemesis, the Tyrant, so true. All good, Malice. No worries. What else? You know what? I want to try another indoor map. Let's try Haddonfield. I want to see what that looks like. Oh, not Haddonfield, sorry, Hawkins. My bad. What other perks could we use? I don't think I'm all ears would make sense. Neither would Infectious Fright. Would be too broad if it's multiple characters. True, true. Make your choice wouldn't make sense. You know, he actually could be a monitored abuse candidate. Then again, he's a 32-meter killer, isn't he? So he doesn't get the same benefit as like a Deathslinger, where he moves down to a 16-meter terror radius. So maybe not. Maybe monitored abuse would not be as effective. Because at least with Deathslinger, they do not get the terror radius until they're within range of his shot. Whereas Nemesis, that would not work. Yeah, there's right now nothing for the backstory. Hysteria won't proc off his M2. It's only M1. Why not Monitored Abuse? Because unlike Deathslinger, to where he has a shot range of 18, his terror radius is 16 meters, right? So they're always going to be within range of his spear gun by the time they hear your terror radius. So that's where Monitored Abuse really does benefit him. Whereas, obviously with Nemesis, his range with his M2 is a lot shorter, and instead of a 24-meter terror radius, he's a 32, which puts him down to a 24. So that wouldn't work out too well for him, in my opinion. Sloppy Butcher doesn't work. Save the Best for Last does theoretically work, and you can basically ensure the benefits by using his M2, but how often are you going to use it? I mean, still wouldn't be bad, so theoretically speaking, Save the Best wouldn't be bad. Tinker, I think Tinker is usually like that perk that you slot in when nothing else makes sense, right? I'm curious to see if Nurses works for the vaccine. I'm curious on that too. I think we might have to actually go into a Kill Your Friends and physically test it, and see if that does work. If it does, that might be an option. Thana doesn't make sense. I feel like Save the Best will be more meta when people learn to dodge. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like I said, his hitbox is really, really unforgiving. So it would make sense. Yeah, I think Tinker might be that, like, toss-in. Let's try Save. I want to see how well this works, theoretically speaking. I'm going to try it right now. Like, I think that it can work out really well. But the question is, how often are you going to M1 survivors, right? That is the question of the day. But we are going to Hawkins. Perfect. But yeah, I would definitely argue Nemesis is an A-tier killer, for sure. I remember that I do have my tier list. Let's see, tier list maker. Tier maker login. Back to application, so I can log back in. If you slot on Rancor, if you don't know what to do and hate survivors, true. Rancor does give us that Mori, and basically is a better Bitter Murmurs in many ways. Let's see. So right now, for... Did this not save the last ones? I guess not. Right now, for A tier, I have Twins, Hag, Oni, Freddy, Pyramid Head. Would I argue that Nemesis is up there? If I were to put in Nemesis, who would I knock down a tier, is the question. Do I think he's better than Pyramid Head? I don't think so. I honestly don't think that Nemesis is better than Pyramid Head. I think that Pyramid Head still has the ability to be a full anti-loop killer while being able to hit through anything that Nemesis can hit over, theoretically speaking. The only thing I will say is that it's harder to predict and harder to telegraph Nemesis's M2, which might give him the edge, but they're very similar in their playstyle, right? But then again, the AI assist from the zombies is another factor to consider. It's really hard to pin him. I'd say he's either an A or maybe a B+ killer, like up there, probably above Bubba. Well, let's see how hard it is to navigate Underground Complex with the zombies. I'm curious on this. Oh, I forgot to put an add-on. So this is an add-on-less nemesis. This will be what it's like when I play him doing my kill streak, or my win streaks rather. Let's take a look. Screw the zombies. I can imagine. Zombies are pretty nasty. They can really do some damage if you're not careful. Alright, scratch marks. Let's go here. Let's infect you at the very least. So we're going to get that initial infection, and then we're going to try and get some M1s for Save the Best for last. When we have the ability to. Obviously, they throw pallets, that's another thing entirely. Right? Like, if we have range, there's no reason for me to M1 there. Like, that's just a plain fact that I should M2 instead. Let's get infections so we can get our tier 2. There's our tier 2 now. Wait, are the windows broken on Hawkins? You can normally see through those, right? They're not usually that frosty. I'm not insane for thinking that. Now let's hit you, get an M1. And then you drop pallet. That doesn't really do you much in the long run, so that's fine by me. They just got downed by the zombie. That's awesome. That is awesome. I'll let zombie pass. They don't need to hit him. Alright. Wait, I just realized something. I M1'd them, right? Shouldn't I have gotten a stack of save? Ooh, is save broken right now? Because I definitely M1'd out of the locker, right? I'm not crazy? Oh, that's my obsession. I'm stupid. Thank you. I wonder if I can hit through these. That'd be interesting. I can definitely hit over. That much is certain. This loop is so bad against him now. Okay, there's our stack. Completely forgot about my obsession, honestly. Alright, they're going through. Let's see. Did they go upstairs? They do. Not saving. Save the best for last. Alright, there's them through that. Vault. And let's just M1 them down for another stack. Alright, upsy daisy. Where's the hook? Okay, hook's on the staircase. Let's head over there. Zombies. Trying to keep in mind that zombies do give us info. Let's hook you up. And we do see additional scratch marks over here. Excellent. Love to see it. Let's mind game you to a hit. Let's M1. So that will be our third stack now. I mean, it keeps us, you know, gets us distance, so that's not bad, realistically speaking. All right, pallet. And continuing to go. Ooh, it didn't hit over that time. It's very finicky. I wonder if it is based on my aim a little bit. Could be interesting. Let's go around and see if we continue this loop. Nope, going for this vault. We're bloodlusted now. Honestly, we could probably just M1 here. We don't need to M2. Yeah, we don't need to M2. Let us down. Deal with pallets and windows while having regular speed is better than Bubba. Bubba does have an insta-down, though, and also Bubba has a transversal ability in the sense that he is able to use his chainsaw to get 130 speed and go around the map if you know how to use that ability well. We'll get the hit. The pallet's not going to work there. And go back around. That is another gen, though, so we're below ratio. There we go. Like I said, there's no reason not to use your M2. That additional range is just so good. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to figure out when to M1, when to M2, and I honestly think that most times you're just going to M1, or M2 rather. All right, we see someone over here. This will be infection, so it does not stun. We'll hit there. They'll go up. That's a fake vault and a down. Like I said, there's no reason not to M2. There really isn't. I think save just doesn't work. Like, yeah, you can keep your stacks, but I don't know. I don't think it makes sense from a, like, logistical standpoint. I do see scratch marks over here, no blood, so that is either Krusty's or Charmander. Yeah, I've not even hit tier 3 yet? No, I haven't. I would need to hit some zombies to do that. But someone just used the infection. So it doesn't look like you can get to tier 3 from just infecting all 4 survivors. They need to use the antidote, if so. So that is another big factor. Alright, let's go this way. Come on. Stop your running. Alright, looks like pallet. No, just continues going. Sure, sure, sure. We do have that... No, we don't have increased range yet. We'll get that hit over. And then Vault's there as well, it looks like. And we'll cut him off over here. Perfect. Yeah, I think Save the Best for Last is not the perk to use. I really don't. I would argue that you're just not going to get enough value out of it. Because you can still bottleneck them. You can still lock them into animations. And basically guarantee. Zombie's chasing someone. They just got noise notification. I mean, I'll use Q just to see what it looks like, but yeah. Scratch marks went here, they went around. Gotcha. I was about to say, if they ran into that zombie, that would have been perfect. Alright, where do you think you're going? Also, destroying zombies might help. Dude, the M2 is just so oppressive on loops. Just look at that. That is ridiculous. Alright, we hear them to my left here. And let's get into this gen so we can pop it real quick. Alright, we'll hit them there. And that's like one of the few instances that I would argue that M1 makes sense. Because we didn't get the interrupt in time. That's 6 stacks. So if they don't have BT, we can get this down. They do have BT though. I mean, Save the Best for Last is still really good. Alright, sounds good, GG. I do appreciate it. Alright, Zombie has found someone. You know that because of the arms raised. So they're over in this direction. That's such an important thing to know, is tracking the zombie auras effectively. That increased range is ridiculous, by the way. Can I just point that out? Alright, they're over here, so we'll continue chasing. Let's break this real quick. And then continue over in here. Yeah, if you can get really good with the M2, there's nothing you can do. There's really nothing. The anti-loop is just way too strong. I don't know, maybe I would put him up into A tier above Pyramid Head. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really thinking that might be a thing. That he might be better than Pyramid Head just because the anti-loop is as strong, but has a shorter time, charge time, and is less telegraphable. I mean, the hitbox is smaller, but still. Oh, you're slugged. Wait, did you get by a zombie? Did I down you? Or was that BT? I don't know, actually. I don't think I hit you down. I'm actually kind of confused there. Zombies are doing some work, apparently. Yeah, he just feels so strong. And look at how far you can hit that pallet while also retaining your position. That's also a really big factor. But GG's. I might put him above Pyramid Head. I really might. That is pretty insane. So it feels very strong on that map. Now, I want to do a little test on a map that I hate. We're going to head over to Mother's Dwelling. I hate this map of a passion. We do refer to it as a streak ender map for a reason. But I want to see if the zombies just really lose out a lot of their value because of it. Where is Mother's Dwelling? It's on this side? Mother's Dwelling. Hello? Midwich, Mount Ormond, Single Wrath, the game, Badham. There it is, Mother's Dwelling. Trickster and even Pyramid Head, his doesn't travel through air, I think, will have an inferiority complex against Nemesis. I really do agree with that. I think save is not good on him. I really don't. I I guess let's throw in Tinkerer. No, let's do Coup de Grace. I think Tinkerer might be the perk to use on him, but we'll use Coup de Grace for the sake of using Coup de Grace. I'll throw on... let's see. Receiving the contamination effect? No, that's pretty bad. Increase the amount of time survivors are hindered after contaminated. That's what I mentioned there. So it increases the amount of time survivors are hindered after being contaminated. That would suggest when contaminated, they are hindered. I don't know how long it actually works on normally. Increases time for survivors to open supply case. Gains undetectable status for 15 seconds, kind of like a built-in Tinkerer. Interesting thought there. And then I didn't put on any add-ons because I was too busy reading them. Whoopsie. Let's also have a few more bites of food before I forget. Still need to do 5 more beans too. Freaking kill me now. The biggest problem with Trickster is he's map dependent. Older maps with higher tiles just punish him so much. They really do. Alright, so let's see how effective Nemesis is on maps like Mother's Dwelling. Mother's Dwelling has 2 major things going for it. It's a 188 square tile map, number 1, which means that I feel like the zombies are going to be a really lackluster effect. Trail of Torment on him? You could. Do I like Trail of Torment? It's kind of meh because it gives a lot of info to survivors. The nice part about, obviously, certain perks is that survivors can't tell until they're, unless they're attentive. Trail Torment kind of sells itself out very quickly. Alright. This map is huge, so survivors are very, very much given an advantage on this map. So let's see if we can find them early. This is where, like, the lethal perk, the one that shows where survivors are for 7 seconds at the beginning of the map, would be huge. They're already on my ruin. That's horrible. That is horrible. That is such a painful thing to see. And the thing is, they're so far away that I'm not sure I'm going to even be able to find them off the ruin pop. No idea. And trying to search out for them is honestly worthless. Yeah, we do have Coup de Grace. How good it be? Oh, okay. We see a zombie over there, arms raised, going in that direction to the left. That tells me that a survivor is over in this direction, so let's try and cut them off if possible. It looks like they got forced off the gen too, which is nice. So, over this way, based on noise notifications. So they might be in this tile. I think that once you stop making noise, the zombies kind of lose track. Yeah, you can see there, zombie kind of lost track. Let's reset you, get some mutation. Because we have no idea where this next survivor is. Let's check middle, nothing. So zombies still give some info, and I think resetting them might actually be a play on larger maps like this. Alright, let's hit you. Let's get some more mutation for our tier 2. Definitely someone over here. At least there was. I have no idea where they went next. Oh, they're over here. That makes sense now. So there's 2 people here, which means that gen's probably going to get popped off. So we've already lost 1 gen. Maps like this really do level the playing field on certain killers, with the exception like Blight, Freddy, of course. I think it's a little bit too far to the left on that one. Unfortunate. Zombies over here, they might cut them off. Probably not, though. That is a drop down. You did not drop down, you're going to hold the angle. And zombies over here might cut you off. That's a possibility. Alright, there we go. That's tier 2 now. So still about 2 hits for a tier 2. But maybe that's because they trigger your sensory? Possibly, yeah. The zombie noises, I can definitely see that. The meh. Alright, we need to pressure you because we need a pop trigger. Wow. That was real punishing. That tree blocked that hit. Alright, they're on this gen. You can tell that by the zombie approaching it as they are. As once again, they are attracted to sound. Good pop. Alright, we're on tier 2.5, so 1 more hit on Giraffe would put us in tier 3 more likely than not for the extra range. But we're being punished hard right now. We have 2 coup de grace stacks. We could coup de grace lunge right now. Let's do it. Superman punch. Honestly, that's what it looks like. It looks like a Superman punch. Let's pick you up real quick and see if we can get pop on that gen. We'll have to pressure towards the gen, though, in order to avoid it. 10% regression. That should give us enough time, though. That's beautiful. Alright, so let's pop this. At least try and get the game back into our favor. Probably not going to do too well, though. That gen hasn't been worked on. If we can keep this 3-gen, yeah, actually, keeping this 3-gen might be the key to victory here. I'll be real. They're back on this gen from looks of things. It's pretty well regressed now, though. And that's 1 hit. And these are pretty short, so we should be able to hit over them. Even the tree stumps, I think. We went right in around it. That's a shame right there. Perfect. Let's pick up candy now, and then we can re-pop that gen. I think if we keep that 3-gen, that would be our way forward. Zombie has found someone. We do note that fact. Let's pop you. And let's check on this gen real quick. Yep, we do see that they've worked here. Crows do go off to the right, so they're around this tree. Like I thought. Those tight loops actually are hard to hit. Not gonna lie. No vault. Oh, did they vault? I think they did. Maybe it was quick and quiet then. Yeah, you can charge it up so quick. There's so little time to telegraph. You can pretty much do it instantaneously as soon as you hit your M2. That's a flashbang. That took a while to go off. That's not as quick as I think, whatchamacallit, the firecrackers are. I did use a coup de grace stack, yes. Yes, I did. Let's go for, who is this, Candy, right? No, even though we could see over it, we could not get the hit. So, not that forgiving. Hold up. Let's pop this. I can't see. I literally can't do anything. So that was the blast mine right there. That was painful for sure. Let's see where they're heading off to. Looks like to this gen here. Did we just give 2 freaking mines back to back? Well, that's just atrocious. You can't even hear anything either. Wow. That's painful. That is really painful. I couldn't hear anything, so I can't track footsteps or anything like that. Wow. That is unlike anything else in the game thus far. Like, flashlights, don't care. Blind me, why don't you? Firecrackers, same thing. That, though, that was something else. We'll hit candy. And let's get this second hit. Either with coup or... Nah, still too tall. So we're gonna have to figure out what things we can hit over, which ones we can't. But they're about to finish that gen, more likely than not. Yeah, see, this type of loop is bad for me. You can charge it up so quick, though. Alright, let's see if they're on this gen. Sounds like they have been. Oh, I thought they were still already injured, based on the coughing. That's my bad. Alright, you have that pallet there. You need to throw early. Nah, no dice. They're probably gonna finish that gen off behind me, more likely than not. Dropping that won't make any difference. That's just a down. Alright, let's pick you up. Ideally, we get a pop-off, but this game's pretty much over. Yeah, larger maps like this are still gonna be pretty punishing on him. You get some info from, whatchamacallit, the zombies, a little bit here and there, but it's pretty limited. Because you can see that the zombie's right there, so we got info that they're on the gen, of course. But that's about it, and it didn't exactly get too much value. I think it's actually stuck on the tree. Yeah. Goes upstairs, faults down, probably going to the left. Indeed, indeed, so let's give chase. We can try and bring this game back a little bit with some altruism plays, but beside that, this game's pretty much over. Oh, they vaulted out. Completely got lost there. Alright, if they're on the exit gate there, I think they probably get to it in time, honestly. Let's see. Looks like they doubled back. Yeah, they doubled back here. They're still in the area. Zombie is tracking someone. Where'd they go? Looks like they opened up an antidote chest. Zombie shows that someone's over in this direction. Yep, I see them now, but that exit gate's already open. Yeah, little skincare, probably. Yeah, so I'd say Nemesis, though strong, definitely still suffers from larger maps like this. Like, really suffers from larger maps like this. It is, no bueno. Looks like that zombie's tracking someone else, though. Going to the right. So they're over this way. Where, though, I'm not entirely certain. Yeah, this direction was the only info that we got. We didn't see anything else, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4 out. Fair play. Yeah, I mean, that shows that Nemesis still has his follies. That he's not unable to get anyone. The second mine was you. Jesus, the back-to-back mines were atrocious. Those were a lot more punishing than I thought they were, honestly. That was something else. I literally hit back-to-back ones. It was just like, I can't do anything. I can't break or bop while mined either. I didn't think you'd actually kick the gen. I mean, there's no reason not to. I was like, oh, okay, the zombie's here. Might as well bop it right and get it regressing. Nope, gonna get hit in the face of mine. So, Mother's Dwelling still not great. It does definitely remove some of his power. I mean, honestly, I've kind of gone through all the maps that I would want to kind of figure out, so let's leave it to all at this point. We've done Coup de Grace. I mean, I guess we can... I want to test out Nurse's Calling in, like, a real test. Would be good on Nemesis is going for the Sun's plays or camping. Yeah, probably. The thing is, like we've seen, when are the times where you get M1 hits? It might be the best thing to use, theoretically speaking. Oh, connection to post has been lost. Oof. My last one sounds good. Hopefully we can actually get into here, because it might be doing that thing. Yeah, connection lost. It means I need to back out again. Is he enough to see through corn? That's a good question. Let's try that. I don't think so. I don't think he's tall enough to do that, but you're not wrong. Oh, that was their last one? Oh, gotcha. Sorry about the first mine. You're good, my friend. You're good. All right. Well, if that's the case, I don't think we have enough for Kill Your Friends anymore. All good, all good. I appreciate the fact that you guys were willing to be here in the first place. Are you going to be able to jump in, Malice? If so, in that case, we might still have enough for Kill Your Friends. If not, we'll do pubs. And grit and bear the queue times. But it is something. Like I said, larger maps are still going to be really punishing. The nice thing, of course, is the fact that he does, you know, have a 115 ability. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that right now, since we're not sure if we have enough for Kill Your Friends Giraffe. I'll invite you. So I'll infect you. We'll do 2 tests. We'll do 2 tests. I'm curious on now. So let's get Giraffe in here. We're going to throw on a Nurse's Calling. And we're going to infect Giraffe. So we're going to do 2 tests. We're going to do 1 with infection and just see if the antidote itself counts as. Let me also throw on a small map so we're not looking around for too long. So we'll go to Coal Tower. And, oh, also I can put on Lethal Pursuer as well. That will allow me to find you pretty quick. So let's do that. And ready up. So we're going to do 2 tests. We're going to infect Giraffe the first time. Giraffe's going to go and find a chest and grab the antidote and see if I see that versus Nurse's Calling. And then a second one when injured if we see that versus Nurse's Calling. If not, then Nurse's Calling is pretty much a bust on Nemesis, to be honest. And I bet you the go-to would be Tinkerer and or Save the Best for Last. That would be my personal opinion at this point. I'll stand still until I find you. Sounds good. Yo, what's up, Created? Nemesis is looking cool. Nemesis is freaking amazing. Very, very strong killer. Alright, let's find Giraffe, shall we? So, 7 seconds, and we see Giraffe right there. This is such a good perk. It really is. It might seem really lackluster, but it's pretty good. Alright, I'll let you go find the chest. So I'm just gonna hide behind here. I'll try and keep zombies away from you. Yeah, like I said, most perks are thematic, and they're not... No, so that one did not count. So let's injure you now. Let's infect you, then injure. And then let's check again. So let's find another one and see if it works now. But that first one did not proc a Nurse's Calling at all. Alright, this one here, let's go behind a tree so we can't see. That should reveal aura when healing. And the verdict is going to be... Let's see. Nope. So that is a no-go. That is something to keep in mind. Alright. Well, that is that. Hi, zombie. Do you want Giraffe? They're right here. Alright, let's just end this then. Alright, so good to know. So Hoarder is the only thing that seems to work in conjunction with the antidote at all. When you pick up the antidote, Hoarder procs. That's the only thing. And I would say that's not really too powerful when you can also use things like Tinker and Save the Best for Last, right? So I'd say it's not really well worth it at all. Alright, so Malice, do we have enough people for Kill Your Friends or no? We talked about today, we finally caught Mama Cat and the Kins. Hey, that's wicked exciting. That is wicked, wicked exciting. We do? Okay, cool. Then in that case, I'll invite you and you can invite whoever you have. Wrestled out Oni Hammer and started using it. Now that would be a bit terrifying indeed. So let's get Malice in here. Candy's done for the day. Giraffe's already in here, so that's perfect. We can throw on all maps at this point, I think. So Nurse's Calling off the board. Corrupt Intervention's still really good. I mean, Hex Ruin Pop's still really good. So like, the package perks are really what you want to use. After that, I guess Save or Tinker would be the play. I mean, Save does synergize pretty well as long as you're getting M1s. And you can really pick and choose when to do so, I suppose. Yep, tomorrow is Survivor. So tomorrow we'll be doing some Survivor Friends. Add-ons. What other add-ons do you want to see? That's not that great. Hindered isn't great in theory. Open supply case isn't great. That's not horrible, but it's not great either. No Win Streak Wednesdays tomorrow? No. We're gonna skip that and do some Survivor instead. Increases mutation rate when destroying zombies with Tentacle Strike and decreases zombie respawn time. Tyrant Gore might not be bad. That might not be a bad one at all. Let's take a look at that. And extends zombie detection range. Let's also run admin wristband and see what that looks like. So, I mean, zombies give a good amount of info. They really do. Yes, we'll be on the PTV tomorrow. We're gonna test out the new perks on Leon and Jill. Alright, let me take a few more bites of food. So yeah, I'm starting to think that Tinkerer and Save the Best for Last are probably the fourth perk that you'd use on him. It's more forgiving than Demo, with just losing distance instead of stun and going in the wrong direction. True. I mean, that's if you're missing shreds, right? Much like Demo, you can guarantee certain hits via animations, of course, and bottlenecking, which you can do as well with Nemesis. But Nemesis is like leagues above Demo by far. You know, Nemesis can hit over tiles. Nemesis can hit over vaults, can hit over pallets, can shred on tier 2, has additional range on tier 3, He's overall a better version of Demo and Deathslinger. Probably, if you're comparing him to Plague, he's probably a worse version of Plague, but Plague is still really, really good. She might be your new main. That's fair. I'd have to see what the sound is on like Jill and Leon, if they're quiet-ish, and unlike, you know, Billy Boy. He is tall. He's taller than Plague. You cannot mind game on short tiles, but you don't need to. That's the funny part. You physically can't mind game with him on short tiles, but you just don't need to at all. All right, no one's over here. I do want to open up the bathroom stairway to give zombies a bit more mobility. He has to be at least 8 foot tall. No doubt about that. What was that? Was that a pallet drop? I don't know. That was a strange one. That was a pallet drop. Fair. Let's break that. Zombies are tracking someone, so they went this way. Yeah, detection range is actually not bad on them. You can see them going in the direction of the person who left, and you can see the scratch marks already fading. That's not bad. Not bad at all. We'll infect you. That gets us half of our infection. Zombie might hit. Nice! The zombie did hit. That's awesome. So giraffe went what way? This way? Perfect. So let's go this way. This door is already open too. Not that it would matter. You don't want to do that. Never double back against Nemesis on a pallet like that. This does not work. Basically, Plague the second? No, I would not say that at all. I think the comparisons to Plague are misguided, in fact. Yes, he needs to contaminate you first, but it's not the same way at all. You first do need to be infected before you can be hit by his M2, which is absolutely the most powerful ability he has. It makes it so you don't really need to M1 at all, in fact. Let's chase them off of this. They'll drop down, which means they'll get stunned. Let's charge on the drop. They go to the pallet. Let's infect. And now we're on tier 2, which means we can break walls and pallets this way. I think when Survivor's in your face like that, maybe that's when you should M1, honestly. But over tiles like this, M2 all day long. Because look at that. Look how obnoxious that is, and now I can zone them out and get into an M1 range. Except for when auto-aim just takes over and says no. So we'll definitely get this down here, though, unless there's a dead heart. Give Nemesis specific height? Weird. Seriously, not even like the movie ones. That's surprising. You would have thought that would have been marked down somewhere. Imagine you could probably do, like, pixel read and figure it out, but still. Let's... Ooh. There goes Ruin. Has free Brutal after tier 2. You are true. I mean, that is true. It's very strong, like I said. Zombies are checking someone out over here, it looks like. And pushing them up the stairs, too. That's good news. They're heading this way. They may have vaulted down, though, potentially. Yeah, that'd be my guess that's what they did. Most gens seem to be pretty heavily regressed to right now, which is nice. So we're good to give chase, to say the least. Is that 2 sets of scratch marks? Just 1. Going this way. Alright, no pallet here, so let's chase Jill. Is she infected? I don't think so. I don't hear her coughing at all. Nope, never mind. I lied. I hear her coughing now. So she is infected. Good dodge. Honestly, learning how to dodge Nemesis is going to be a big, big thing. Because you can definitely telegraph a little bit. Not much, though. Perfect. And then just M2. It's just so easy to box them out with that M2, honestly. It really is. So like an M2 into an M1 might be the play with save. Okay, we see the zombie going to the left. We also see scratch marks down here, but let's follow the zombie for now and see if they are on someone. Looks like they are. They're probably on the gen. Let's force them into the zombie. Let's pop this. Let's prioritize our pop value first. That is painful. Like, that is a huge, huge, like, point in time where survivors can get away. Like, think about that for a second. I want to get my pop off, but I can't because I have a 3-second blind. I can't hear anything either, and then I need to pop afterwards. That's a ton of value. Tier 3 tentacle, those unfair window hits. Yeah, they're pretty nasty. They really are. They went downstairs. Let's break this while we have a chance. Let's go back over here, which is perfect. Didn't even know they're over here, but that works out pretty well for me. It looks like a zombie is tracking someone. Not just the Jill here. I think they're tracking the person on the gen. I think that was Leon. Let's get our hit. I'd have to time the fatigue time to know which one is longer, the M2 fatigue or the M1 fatigue. I'd argue probably the M2 fatigue. Or probably, sorry, the M1 fatigue, rather. Alright. Let's get you up, and we still haven't gotten that gen done. We do see a zombie over there, so they might be trying to finish that gen out. We do see it drop down, so I think they drop down into the bathroom. So we should be able to pop this, unless we do get hit by another freaking mine, though. Keep that in mind. Now let's check this gen, as Jill was over here earlier. Perfect, we do see them. Let's actually regress this real quick, and then check this hallway. Looks like they doubled back downstairs. Perfect. This pallet's gone already, we know that from earlier. And they do have this pallet. They can loop around. But this room is... actually, that's room not bad for them. A few low tiles, though. Let's block them. That's M1, in fact. And there we go. So now she's infected. So we got the M1 into the zombie. The zombie then infected, which means now we can M2 for damage. That's actually pretty nice. They did not go for the pallet on the left. Instead, they go right. Yeah, they can't really loop these tiles at all. They have to pretty much hold M1. So we can just M1 here. Yeah, I think when they're in their face trying to get you to miss your M2, at that point, just M1, get a stack. Move on. I think that would be the play. Alright, zombies aren't tracking anyone right now. That's not bad. Let's try and find where they're at. Sounds like the gen downstairs is being worked on slightly. Yep, we hear Jill now. Knows to get buffed on release. I mean, Nemesis is just really good. But I don't think they need to do any buffing whatsoever. Alright, this is our obsession, so we don't want to M1 giraffe at all. We want to M2 here. That way we keep our stacks. But the thing is, in order to do that, we do need to M2 3 times. That is a big factor there, I will say. So they get some pretty good distance on every single hit. They're gonna vault. That's a hit. You be very careful to aim in the middle on that. Since they're animation locked, you can guarantee it. Perfect. Let's pick you up. We'll get another pop in hand. And we're back on ratio, which is also good news. Don't see any zombies tracking anyone right now. Oh, I stand corrected. Let's pop this gen real quick. Mine. I wonder if that little thing below me was the mine. Because I did see something. No, that's just a rock. I wonder if there's any way to know that a mine is on the gen or not. That'd be an interesting thing. But look at how much distance she got from that mine. I have no idea where she is now. Like, that is insane value. Honestly, I might like that more than Repressed Alliance. Repressed Alliance does pretty much rob the killer of any pop value, but still, that is really, really strong. Looks like the zombie is tracking someone, but they are over here, it sounds like, too. Alright, so we're down to 1 gen. I mean, they're playing a pretty good game right now. They're getting good value out of their perks, and good value out of most things. So it looks like zombie tracked someone and then missed this person back here. Interesting. So zombies can kind of be confused, can't they? If they track one person, they might just hold on to that tracking. Very interesting. So she's probably trying to lead me away for someone else to come and finish it out, I imagine. We're just going to continue chase, hit, and continue going after. I mean, they've done a pretty freaking good job at pressuring gens this match, honestly. Low vault, we already have the door open, I believe. We do. And now we're on this loop. This loop's pretty good for them, though. No, dead hard means a down. Well, so he isn't Blight level. I would put Blight up in S tier, personally. What I will say, though, is that he's still really strong, and I would argue possibly better than Pyramid Head. That's cool that he can punch. Yeah, he has a nice punch, to say the least. All right, no one upstairs, it sounds like. They are on this gen, though. This will be close. Okay, I'm gonna get hit by mine. No, I did. Wait, did pop go off? It did not. We need to stay here. Like, look at how much distance they get. That's ridiculous. At least 3 seconds. I would argue the amount of distance that you get off that mine is probably equivalent to DS, honestly. About 5 seconds, maybe a little bit longer. All right, they're not here yet. Surprised about that. Let's regress this real quick. And let's check this gen as well, as they were working on this. I don't see zombies tracking anyone. Unfortunately, we only are down to 1 zombie, mind you. Yep, they vaulted down. Alright, they're trying to wiggle a little bit, so we'll hit here. We have saves, so we'll keep some distance. And then we can just chase an M2 or M1 down, depending on what our needs are. Perfect. Alright, let's pick you up. Let's go downstairs thereafter and see if we need to get a pop on this gen over here. I imagine that we will. Unfortunately, we are 1 zombie down, so they do need to fix this bug here. So that is a little bit unfortunate for sure. Did I forget to put on a Mori? I feel like I did. Whoops. Scratch marks, I do see them over here. And an antidote was taken there. So let's see here. They're going to go for the exit gate, so let's push them off of that if possible. The best play for them would be to split on exit gates right now and get pressure that way. Scratch marks, perfect. Will you vault? You will not, you will. We'll hit. And I think we just M1 them down, but if they're on the other exit gate, they should get out. Because I can't M2 here to interrupt. This will be close. Let's just break this. Oh, I didn't. I hit them by accident. I was trying to break this instead. I think you would be right. It'd be similar to, like, you know, Death Slinger, stuff like that, right? But still, I'm not sure if it would really make sense in the long run. I'm debating whether or not Tinker is the right play. All right, they'll try and get back to the exit gate. Zombie might come off here, which would be nice. Save those for last. We'll speed us up. So they might not be able to get back here in time. Only 1 person's injured, so they could potentially body block this. Yeah, see, when they fake back like that, just M1. I think that's the right play. Alright, let's put them right here. Then the last exit gate, I think, is 99? Yeah, it is. So they'll probably just get 1 person out then. Yep, makes sense. I mean, honestly, we didn't do too bad. They did a really good job of pressuring gens very evenly. Even with zombies, like, approaching them consistently, they had 1 person drag the zombie away, while the other person would jump back on the gen, giving them more value that way. Not too shabby, honestly. But the bathroom, I should have pushed the gen, but I had to do the mine. Fair play, fair play. But I'd say, I could have sworn you would have finished that out, but that mine was something. So, I don't know about save. I think that it could be useful, but will always get value. Was like 98%, Jesus. So maybe Tinker then. Didn't get used in my mind, oof. Yeah, so let's try out Tinkerer in that case. We didn't really use Tyrant Gorel too much, did we? Admin Wristband wasn't bad, actually, though, I will say. I still think that the best ones are probably going to be T-Virus Sample and Marvin's Blood. The amount of benefit that gives you is ridiculous. It really is. Sorry for all the traps. You're good. I won't be that mean with the mine anymore. I mean, you're fine to use it as much as you want. More save stacks would be good against altruistic Swift teams with him using 3 hits on Tentacle. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think that'll be good, but I think that the amount of times you're going to hit 8 stacks versus, like, when you're playing Demogorgons could be far and few between, because most times you're going to want to use your M2. So, I don't know. I think Tinker might be the play, just because it does give you some info on the gens, of course. And if, you know, Ruin's up, for example, then you get a ton of value. Alright. So I'm all done with my food, which means after next match, we're going to get back to being Boozle. So we have 2 potential coconut or spoiled milks here. So we'll do that after this one. So we have 2 potential spoiled milks. So we still have 1 stinky sock, 1 toothpaste, 1 dishwater, and that's it. So 5 being Boozles. And for those who do not know what I'm doing, I do dedicate all my streams to Extra Life, where I'm trying to help heal kids at Sanford Children's Hospital here in Fargo, North Dakota. And with that in mind, we do things like being boozled, hot ones, and the like. So do keep that in mind if you do want to support a charitable cause. Session closed. It looks like we dropped Giraffe. Giraffe, did your DBD decide to do a thing? I take it? Unknown error. Alright. Yeah, sounds like DBD. Sounds like DBD. Let's see if it changed anything. It did not, so let's ready up again. We have a team full of Jills. Let's see if we can get 4 Moris with our Memento Mori. Okay, we got a Leon. Needed to mix it up just a wee bit. Oh, and Draft is gone again. Another unknown error, I take it. Might need to restart DVD Giraffe, I think, if it keeps up that way. Resetting DVD. Oh, you're good, you're good. Don't worry about it. Not your fault. DVD is just, you know, doing what it does. But it's been a lot of fun, and we've gotten a lot of good info off of Nemesis. But look how much of the screen he takes up. Freaking ginormous. Like, even if you look at this right now, compare that to the next tallest killer, the Plague. Look at Plague for a second. Look at her head height, right there. That is probably 1, 2, maybe 3 things. What do we call it? Mouse cursors below my name versus the godforsaken Nemesis, who is above the actual screen. I don't know if he's closer to the screen or if he's just generally that much taller than Plague, but he is freaking huge. I can't wait to see him from the Survivor perspective to see if I can see his head over tall tiles. If so, that would be insane. Because at times, Plague can basically do that. But I don't know. Not Pyramid Head, but Nemesis seems just huge. You can use it multiple times, but if you place the mine and the killer doesn't sign off, you can replace it after 45 seconds or whenever it is. Interesting. Much talk, many tall indeed. You can use it again without recharging it. Oh. Barbecue would be used most still. What, as far as perks are concerned? I mean, I either run Barbecue or Corrupt. I never run both. I don't like running both because I think it's overcommitting. I think that, honestly, you could argue Tinkerer or Lethal Pursuer. I think Lethal Pursuer could be that 4th perk slot filler like Tinkerer, honestly. Just because it does give you instant information every single match. So Lethal Pursuer could be a really good 4th perk slot for those like Clown. I'll say Myers, I think, is just an auto-include, though I do have to question whether or not I want to use that over Bamboozle, for example. Getting network error, still trying. All good, Giraffe, all good. But yeah, it's interesting. If it takes too long, maybe we'll just jump into some pubs. Worst comes to worst. We are coming up to the last hour of the stream. If you don't get hooked and die to the entity, how is that scored? So you mean bleed out, Dark Wolf? Bleed out right now is 0. Oh, die to the entity. Never mind. Sorry. Bleed out is 0. If you're talking about entity kill, I think honestly entity kill will probably still be a hook state plus progressions. So it will classify as a Mori, basically. I'll add that to the rules because I did not put that in. You're right. Oh, everyone's in. Perfect. Let's radio on up. But yeah, so I'll probably classify that the same as Mori. It'll be the current hook state plus progression. And since we're taking our time, I'm gonna do another Bean Boozle. Didn't get hooked at all and barely didn't open the exit gate in time. Gotcha. I'm not looking for this. This is gonna be spoiled milk or coconut. Coconut. You've gotten lucky today. You've gotten real lucky. I haven't gotten any bad ones yet. But with that being said, every time I get one good one, it makes me fear that the rest of them are going to be bad. All good, Dark Wolf. So entity counts as your current hook state plus progressions, basically the Mori rules. So it'll be equivalent to Mori's. So if you haven't been hooked at all, it will be your first hook points plus progressions. So that I'll put it in that. Most times you shouldn't be getting killed by the entity. It'd be some pretty rare occurrences, to say the least. But I guess in like hatch standoffs that could happen theoretically. Not all points. It would be Mori points, which is a little bit less, technically. It was a hatch standoff. Oh, yeah. I'll have to give it some more thought, but for now, that's what I'm going to classify it as. Because it can't be 0. Because that'd be a way to starve. Okay, we see Survivor over here. Wow, they spread out. They had a pretty good spread on these spawns. Holy hell. Alright, so they're over here, right? Yeah, they are. Which side? I know you're here! Where the fresh hell? Maybe I don't know where you are. Correction. I saw the scratch marks and then nothing. Huh. Alright, well, let's see. Zombie's already tracking someone. Probably over on this gen. Or at least in this area. Nope, goes back to the left. So over this way. Yep, scratch marks, perfect. So we already found someone quite early. That's good news. And we'll also have to push around active gens as well. Let's keep that in mind. Let's have a Volt here. Let's get you infected. We're one additional hit away from our tier 2. Let's not necessarily chase you and pressure active gens. Let's see. Oh, I hear them on this gen. Perfect. Looks like they were and now aren't. 10% regression. Looks like they didn't do a 10% regression. They in fact actually threw a pallet on a whatchamacallit, on a zombie. Noted. Alright, let's pressure Leon now. I think this is a smart move. Yeah, that is one way that you can kill zombies, by throwing a pallet on them. Something to keep in mind. Let's hit you. And I did see someone over here. I'd like to get tier 3 sooner rather than later, if possible. Zombie's also over here. One more hit, and we get our tier 3. Yeah, much like Oni in a way, this might be a strategy to infect, then leave, infect, then leave. That way you can get your power sooner and get more abilities. Looks like they're chasing someone here. Yeah, I should have just retracted that. We'll hit. Enough to use a pallet? Yeah, at times, yeah. I think resetting them might be a good decision in some cases. Let's break that. Looks like they may have thrown that pallet too. Yeah, they did. Alright, Zombie's going to be tracking them now. No, they're not. They're tracking someone else. Let's take a look at who. This might be a good chase. I hear someone injured over here. Perfect. This is a pretty short tile, so we can hit over it. There goes Ruin, though, so that's going to mean that we're going to rely a lot more on Pop. Unfortunate. I'd hear this gen being worked on as we speak. That is Leon. We're still one hit away from tier 2. If we can find Malice, that would be good news. Let's pop you. I literally can't do anything while blinded like that. That's 5 seconds. At least 5 seconds of time that they get. That's so painful. Infected, wounded, zombies don't give power for infecting someone. That's correct. Zombies do not give power, unfortunately. So that could be some potential counterplay, honestly, to their infection meter. Is to purposely get infected by zombies to rob Nemesis of his power. But now we're on tier 3. So we get that additional range, too. Oh my god! Did anyone else just see that? We hit them over the vault. And then the zombie was on the other side, primed and ready for the insta-down. That's insane. That was actually pretty awesome. Zombie put in some work right there. All right, let's chase Leon. That was definitely RNG. No doubt about that. We'll break this. Zombies now chasing someone. Right now we are on ratio, which is a nice thing. Zombie's a little bit confused about that vault, though, I will say. I'm surprised we didn't hit Leon there, I'll be honest. Let's just M1 here. Makes more sense at that range. The nice thing is you can purposely push survivors into zombie areas, which can get you value. Let's just continue to break. Like I said, we keep some pretty good distance with shreds from distance like that. Window? Oh, I tried. That was a bit cheeky. Zombies chasing someone that wasn't Giraffe. Let's pick you up and see if we can get a pop-off momentarily. That'd be nice. That extra range is definitely well worth it, though. So yeah, maybe the play... I don't know. I guess the question is it worth it to get infected by zombies to ensure value, and or rather reduce value from the Nemesis? That is a interesting question, isn't it? All right, you have the vault potentially, as well as the pallet here. They drop pallet. We'll hit through. It prioritizes the hit on survivor and not the pallet, it would seem. Unless they're vaulting. If they're vaulting, it prioritizes pallet at that moment. All right, they're over here. All right, you're gonna drop it. That's fine. Perfect. You body blocked them by accident. Might as well break. Has more meter from killing zombies add-ons? Definitely no. I would say, though, that the best add-ons are these ones here, where it really only takes about 4 hits to get tier 3. So I would argue that if that is the case, that having this type of setup is probably best, in hitting survivors is your go-to. I hear someone injured. Let's pop this. Wow. Well then. You know, this is gonna make pop really a pain in the butt sometimes. I'll be honest with you. Hi, zombie. I'm gonna have to reset you. I can't wait for you to get out there. That's 10% regression at the very least. Those mines are freaking obnoxious. Can I just say that? Alright, let's chase this way. And then stops. Could be at a corner. Yep, that's what I thought. There's our hit on Malice. I think Malice is on first hook and on second hook now. Keep that in mind. There's the vault back. And goes where? That's actually a pretty good screen using that corner. That was pretty smart, not gonna lie. There's the vault. Left or right? Let's force him to whatever side we need. And I think we can just M1 at this point. Yeah, if you're in range for an M1, you might as well M1. Cyrus can run and dodge, zombies don't. True, but you're never always in the same vicinity as a zombie, right? That's a big factor. We'll hit Giraffe. I bet you this is mine. Watch. How'd I know? How'd I know that was mine? That is so much distance. They're on this exit, or on this unhook, rather. Alright, now we can probably pop this freely. Criminy. Those mines are something else. Like, that was the second mine in a row, right? That we just got hit with? Alright, let's continue this way. And see if they held W. They did. Perfect. Break that. Check out this gen. Oof. Yeah, they forced that gem through pretty well. Alright, no double back. Yeah, I should just M1 there, honestly. That was on me for not doing so. We should always M2 at range, M1 close up, even if the fatigue's a little bit better on the M2. Every match on release? Honestly, yeah. 4 mines and 4 flashbangs. Seriously, though. That was easy enough. Let's vault. And we do see Zombie going back for someone. We can see them slowly but surely meander in towards them. Doesn't cancel the stun. It does not cancel the stun, but at least it reduces the blindness. Freaking bright as hell that thing is. Did they accidentally 3-gen themselves? It looks like they might have, actually. Ooh, that's good news. Let's break that and go to this. How much you want to bet? I'm gonna go pop this gen as we speak. How much you want to bet I'm gonna get hit by a flashbang, though? How much you want to bet? Alright, they're going for the unhook. Let's pressure this first. Screw it, I need to go for this. Because the thing is, it's a 5-second delay. So we give them too much distance, that could be painful. Watch. Yeah, that's something. That is something right there. That almost negated my entire my remaining pop time. That's something else. All right, looks like they are over this way based on a zombie. They hear him, but I don't know where. If I could keep the zombies in this area, that would be good, because we have our 3-gen. Oh, there's Leon. Leon's still injured. Let's hit there. Gotta stop the last second pop value. Honestly, it really does. It really puts a freaking hurt on whoever's using it. Alright, zombies coming over here. That's down. Giraffe ASAP. And we're gonna go back for that gen. But we're gonna get hit with another mine. I can already feel it. Now let's check this one. 10% regression over there. Oh, they finished that one on the corner, though. Rough. That's a wee bit rough. All right, which exit gate will they go for is the question then. Looks like they're probably going to go for the unhook first. No, they're also on the exit gate. I'll be. All right, we see you. All right, we don't need to M2 here. We can... Let's face up. Was that actually a flashbang, or was that a firecracker there? I wasn't paying attention. It sounded like a firecracker, wasn't it? That's an interesting one. All right, looks like going over this way. There's a zombie in that direction, which is good news. But they might be able to get to the exit gate in time, I'm not gonna lie. They already have it 99'd. But I don't know if they do. Doesn't look like it. Looks like they're working on it currently. All right, they have a vial in hand too, by the way. All right, there's one other person back here. Let's keep that fact in mind. That's M1. And then Leon's going to be on the exit gate. Watch. Oh, we just messed up on the timing there. But we got the grab, so I guess it was worth it in the end. That was a little bit silly. Gonna be cracked as hell. Really, Psycho? I'm looking forward to it. Let's get you. And then we see the slug here. I don't hear anyone on the pallet stun, so that's good news. Looks like they're on the other exit gate. So I think that's two kills, right? Nope, no dice. I was hoping that we could get another Mori. I mean, a 9-hook 2K isn't bad, all things considered. They definitely ran the map pretty well, though. Alright, zombies. I mean, they did pretty good amount of damage. If we can, like, push survivors into loops where zombies are, it's not bad. Really does give us some good value. But GG, well played. We don't got you playing for us anymore, so we gotta grow to make up for it. That's fair, that's fair. Have you tried out the PTB, by the way? It's freaking insane. Nemesis is a monster. I'm not sure about him and Lethal Pursuer. I think maybe Tinkerer. Nemesis is probably A tier. I'm thinking that Nemesis might be better than Pyramid Head at times. Very situational, though, I will say. You're doing PTB tomorrow? Awesome, Hunter. Well, in that case, you can join us for some Survive Friends if you are interested. Alright. Well, we finished another game, so let's see. Do we think this is birthday cake or dirty dishwater? Let's find out. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, tastes like stale vegetables. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. It tastes like how a sponge smells. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. Oh my god. Fruitcake, then? Apparently. Oh my god. Like, think of, like, a fresh, open pack of sponges with a green back. That smell is how that tasted. Oh my god. That was no bueno. Criminy. So it was birthday cake. Yes, Rag, it was birthday cake. Oh, that's horrid. Still not as bad as Dead Fish. Dead Fish was by far the worst. His downtime is either the same or slower than Nemesis, with worse plays on loops. Yep. I'm not looking forward to when I have to do Bean Boozle. Yeah, it's something, man. It's something. If you get the 5th anniversary one, the 5th edition, which I have, which has the Dead Fish, it's ew. Hey, what's up, BT? Thank you much for the follow. Welcome to the Guilty Ones, my friend. Very happy to have you here. Let's pay attention to our zombies. Like I said, zombies give us a lot of good info for tracking. Let's go for draft. Let's infect you first. I don't know how I missed that, I'll be honest. I thought I had the timing right. Apparently not. That was a good dodge, though. Alright, there's our infection. We're gonna fall off a draft. I want to get my mutation ASAP, but then again, if you present yourself, I might as well. I might as well. If you want to present yourself for a down, don't mind if I do. Alright. Well, let's do this. This is an easy, quick hook. And let's take a look over here for an active gen. You need one more hit for a tier 2. No one's here yet. Good, good, good. Tinkerer. Hey, Little Rock, thank you much for the gift sub. I do appreciate you greatly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let's just M1 them away. Maybe Spine Chill on that one? I don't know. That was interesting, because they definitely left early. There we go, got our infection. That gets us to tier 2 now. Awesome. Sending our official 10-man team on Discord Messenger. Sorry for the mix-up. All good, all good. You're fine. Hopefully the schedule's still okay, though. Because that would be important. Alright, let's follow these scratch marks. Zombie body block in the hook? Really? That's interesting stuff. Sorry, Giraffe, you're the first one I found. On scratch marks, didn't know whose. Looks like you're gonna go through. Hello. Let's M1. Alright, I don't think that you use DS, but we're gonna let you slug one way or another. Alright, let's go for you. Once again, I should have probably just M'd 1 there, honestly. There's no reason for me not to. Let's M1. Because you definitely can dodge. There's some telegraphing, but there's not much. As long as pathing, Can't go certain places. That'd be kind of cool. I think that'd be really powerful, though, because you could lock down a 3-gen at that point. Honestly. Perfect. Dark Wolf, are you still in stream? Or Psycho? Did I just see right that Gothorgy is on Forward Whites right now? Did I see that right? The fresh hell. Jesus. You guys are nutty. Alright, let's see here. We have the opening here on the right. We also hear a gen on my right being worked on as we speak. We're in M1 range, so we're just going to M1. There's no reason for us to potentially miss an M2. And then we go for the M2. So maybe this is where, whatchamacallit, where a save might be better, theoretically speaking. I mean, we're getting good value out of Tinker, I will say. So, I don't know. I'm still not sold on the build. Like, obviously, Corrupt, Rune Pop, really good. But I'm not sold on whether it should be Tinker or Save. I definitely know that Lethal is not that great. Let's see. Oh, they were over here. I missed them. Upstairs? Oh, I hear you now. Let's see, you have that pallet, but it's not going to save you. That tile's a bit too high for me to hit M2 over, so let's go downstairs and M1. Hello, zombie. Another Tinker proc. Honestly, Tinker is giving me some good info, though. And we don't always M1. We try and M2 as much as possible. Alright, let's see if there's 2 people here. If there is, they get it. If there isn't, then they don't. You're not infected, I don't think. Let's infect you. That puts us to tier 3 now, so we have that increased range with our ability, which is nice. Ruin is gone now, though, so let's keep that in mind. And let's go downstairs, follow the injured. Another Tinker proc. Alright, we have 2 people injured, which means zombies can get some good value here. Let's go in here and stop the gen. Perfect. Everyone's injured, so now zombies can theoretically down everyone. I'll down you. And then we can get some pop. Upsy daisy. We have a hook in here. I mean, we have plenty of meat hooks, but we don't have a hook, unfortunately. So let's put you over here, pop that gen. And I guess we'll have to give up a gen at this point, but we are ahead of ratio, so that's good news at least. Zombies are chasing someone as we speak, which is kind of nice. Yeah, we can see that info as they go upstairs. So they're upstairs somewhere, but I imagine that they're probably on this gen too. Surprisingly though, no. Let's regress it below 70 so we get some more info. And break this pallet too while we're at it. Alright, zombies found someone. They're on the gen. Perfect. They're also infected, so we can M2 them. Now, I wonder if we can M2 across this. Ooh, I think we can. I think we can. Did we get a hit? We did not. Wow. I would have figured that was similar to Pyramid Head's ability, when if you charge and hit while pallet's stunned, it would still hit. Wait, did it? No, Giraffe is the one who's injured now. Never mind. So it did not. Really strange. You thought maybe they were just below the hitbox. That's a possibility too. Totem spawns in years? Yeah, it's true. I will say the cleanse time is pretty nice, that additional cleanse speed. Alright, Tinker is off. They might be on comm saying as much. I'm surprised the zombie didn't go for the gen here. The detection range normally seems pretty small. Zombies here. Come on, zombie, block them off. Perfect. Yeah, when you get a zombie to block off a potential loop, that's pretty awesome. It's all RNG based on the AI's pathing, but still. Alright, let's pop this gen. We haven't seen a second Tinker proc in a while, so that's good news. Means things are regressing accordingly. I'm just gonna, every time I get hit by that, I'm just gonna sigh. I'm just gonna sigh every single time. Because that's how I feel when that happens, I'll be honest. I got our M2. And that should allow me to get this hit right here. Perfect. Let's get you up for another pop, and we will then patrol gens if we can find another pop-worthy. Not that one. Sounds like there's one above me. Yeah, I think the one above me would be a pop-worthy gen. Alright. Yep, feel just as powerful as Nemesis and freaking getting flashbanged every time. Oh, I see scratch marks and a Tinker proc. If that Tinker proc could have come like a few seconds earlier, that would have been nice. Honestly, I mean, they're supposed to be glass cannons, to be fair. Probably could have gotten a grab there, honestly. I bet you, though, that's freaking hit with a mine. For freaking sure. Oh, he was not infected! Oh, that's painful. I mean, we got the infection, so we have a good easy down here, but still. Let's break, and then we can go back to that gen and pop it. Oh wait, Giraffe is Moriable. I guess I'll Mori them. But then again, I don't get pop. Oh, we'll Mori. Screw it. It's the PTB after all. We want to see as many Moris as possible. And squish. For the style points, agreed. Could have gotten a pop, but we didn't. We do see a zombie back over that by that gen Giraffe was on. Let's over that way. Looks like they might be out of range now, though. Yep, they got it. And which way? Oh, went that way. I thought they went towards the door open. There's a pallet back here, right? There is, but they did not use it. No corner tech going upstairs. And pallet drop, Tinker play. Let's rush over to the Tinkerer. We have 16 seconds if 1, 8 if 2. And verdict is, I only see one person. Awesome. Man, that dishwater taste is still in my mouth. It's rancid. Really is. Alright, let's go over here. This tile's not great, I'll be honest. There we go. Like I said, not a great tile to loop Nemesis on. It's just way too low. I'll go downstairs. Zombies down there. Hey, look at that! Nicely done, zombie boy. You deserve a treat. Alright, doesn't look like they're on that gen. Awesome. Or rather, they were, but no longer. How much you want to bet? Mine. No mine! Hey! I think that's our first pop trigger without a mine going off. Holy hell. Antidote has been taken from the sound of things with that killer's instinct. And we can cut off here, getting a little bit of distance on them. There they are. Perfect. Let's no, I was going to infect them, but I think we just M1 here for the injure. And then we can infect again later on. Yeah, I think that's the right move. Just M1 down. We've heard Flashbang is actually powerful enough to blind, deafen Nemesis and Arya as well. It's true. It's true. Let's put you downstairs. Hi, zombie. Please don't body block me. That'd be appreciated. We can probably go back to the bathroom and see if that's a re-poppable target. Where is it? Oh, I didn't realize. I should have moried you. That's unfortunate. Alright, see someone over here. You are infected as well, but nothing that we need to worry about, so we'll M1. Tinker's been doing good work, but maybe save is the right move as people start to smarten up on how to play against Nemesis, honestly. Alright, there's the pallet, but this loop's pretty low, so we should be able to hit over it. So not a great place to stay. Yeah, I saw that fake. I saw that fake coming. Alright, let's put you up in middle, and we do see additional scratch marks going over to the right. Yeah, not Morable now, unless you're talking about the last one, which they were. And save over the other better perks. The benefit is you can M1 into an M2 quicker for those with M2. Like Demogorgon, you can save a lot of distance that way. Same thing with Deathslinger, and I imagine same thing with Nemesis as well. Alright, let's take a look. I don't see zombies chasing anyone yet, so no sound notes. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing with Nemesis. We're going to M2 most of the time. Didn't make Kick Killer in the head perk for Leon. That would have been pretty funny, not gonna lie. Alright. It's like using it on Pyramid Head, it's just overkill. What, save the best for last? Then again, with Pyramid Head, the thing is that, there's a lot more, it's a lot easier to telegraph than, Nemesis is. So that'd be my main argument for Nemesis with save, because it's harder to telegraph. So you're more likely to get hits. Okay, we can't use our M2. M2 won't work here. It would just infect, as we see here. So we'll infect, which means zombies can now injure. So her job is now to try and escape line of sight and zombie detection range. Alright, let's see. She's going around, going down, question mark? Yep, going down. Yeah, she's trying to break line of sight, so that way she's able to get back to that exit gate in time. Alright. They're gonna throw, makes sense. We're gonna go around, though. Let's break. And this might be an entity kill if we keep up the chase like this. All they need to do is try and make enough distance to get back to that exit gate. That's the key thing here. Oh, I thought that was a corner for a second. Crap. Yep, they're going back up. They'll go to the left. No pallet, of course. And they do lose a little bit of distance because that door wasn't open. Alright, pallet here. No pallet. That pallet's already gone. We can hit here. They lose momentum on the vault. Then we M2 again. Yep, we lock them out. Perfect. This isn't bad. I mean, we were able to get some pretty good value overall. And really force their hand here. I think in any other situation, that wouldn't have worked. Unless maybe Huntress. Huntress, we could probably do a similar thing. I wonder if I can hit over this gap. No, I cannot. Not when they're that far away. Yeah, I think the farthest we can go is probably to where they are right now. But not too shabby. Into tier 3 technical might work similar to Deathslinger. It would be similar, but the reach is still probably close to 6 to 8 meters. No Mori for me, indeed. Indeed. You did get me there. But GG, well played. Alright, I think I have time for probably like 2, maybe 3 more matches, depending on the length, but you guys been freaking playing some good matches. I'm gonna try Save the Best for last again, now that we're kind of understanding his ability a bit more and knowing when to use our M2 and when not to, right? I think that is a smart factor. Did we lose one person, though? Did you see that up, Gilt? What? Heads up, the Torment Creek gen in a silo is glitched on the inner side near the lockers. You can't work on it. Is it, whatchamacallit? On the PTB glitched or, like, in live glitched? Might have to remove Torment Creek. And thank you much for the tier 1 sub, Little Rock. Thank you, thank you, thank you. On right anyway. In live, okay. I think Torment Creek is in rotation too. We just practice on it. Silo on the left-hand side. I think that's always been that way though. I'm fairly certain of it. So I don't think that's something new. But I'm not entirely certain. I think Giraffe may have got kicked off a DVD. No, the mid-gen is a 3-person gen. I don't think I've ever seen 3 people actually be able to work on it. I haven't ever been able to kick it on the left-hand side either, so I don't think that's a bug. They did? It kicks you off when you try and work on it. It's going to be fun watching you play Survivors when this goes live. I think Nemesis is going to be really, really strong on live. Like, most people are definitely not going to be able to. How about 4-man sweaty builds match? I mean, yeah. I mean, if you guys want to, be my guest. You guys can use whatever perks you want. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what my ideal build is on him. And I'm running Corrupt, Ruin, Pop, so it's not as if I'm pulling punches. I'll send you a vid real quick. Okay, thank you. Doesn't let you work on it. Interesting. Alright, so we have 3 more beans. So we have a potential coconut or sweaty socks, a tutti frutti or, no, sorry, tutti frutti, sweaty socks, coconut or spoiled milk, and then toothpaste or blue. Literally just blue flavor. Let's go with tutti frutti. Let's see. Hey, got another Tutti Frutti. We've only had one bad one so far. I still hate the flavor of Tutti Frutti in the end, but I'll take it over sweaty socks. I mean, it's the best in the sense that there's no downside, right? If I get toothpaste, it tastes like Listerine. What do I care? Versus, like, probably the worst one to get is strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish. The dead fish is rancid. It is the worst I've seen. Uh-oh. I don't know if DVD just booted them or what. Alright, I think we have time, though. So I'll do one more. We have coconut or spoiled milk. Coconut. We have gotten so lucky today. You know DS Unbreakable Dead Heart Sprint Burst borrowed? I mean, yeah, that's good. That is a decent chase build. Obviously, there's like Deliverance build, there's Head-On build, there's Heal build, Detective's Hunch build. Which, I don't know. So, what do you think now, guys? Do you think Detective's Hunch is the go-to still, or do you think the new one is? The one where you get to increase the totem speed. Fair, fair. Alright, last one. That's toothpaste. I mean, what do I care? Like, seriously, that... It's just Listerine. It's like I put mouthwash in. Hell if I care. Fear the mine. Dude, the mines were something. Like, there's nothing I can do about those things, and it's like, it's a lengthy process. Are they having trouble getting back into DBD Malice, out of curiosity? Oh, they're there. Perfect. Just use Surge and Ruin? Yes, that would work. That would work, except for Surge on Nemesis would not work out too well. I feel like we're going to see a lot of mines. It doesn't mean it isn't the most used one. Personally, for a chase build, I really do like going old school with either Dead Hard, Sprint Burst, or Dead Hard or Lithe, Bounce Landing, Resilience, and Spine Chill. I mean, it's old school with the double up on the exhaustion perks, but realistically speaking of Bounce Landing, you're using it strictly for the stun reduction. There's second chance perks that if the entire team runs that, they're officially no one can really win against it. It definitely can hurt you. It's not unwinnable, but it's definitely very punishing. There's no doubt about that fact. It is very punishing to go against, you know, the DS Unbreakable BT and X exhaustion perk, right? There's a reason why it's still arguably one of the best builds to go with. Alright, here, big boy. Ready to get some more Moris. I do like all the detail that they put on this. You can almost actually read the caution sign on him. Contaminants might something something something. You can probably read that all. I'm actually curious to see what it reads on it. I'll see the caution stickers on him. You know, I think those are necessary. You know, you see a hulking 8-foot monster approaching now, whipping a tentacle left and right. I think caution is required. Are we doing for... Are we doing Breakout, Power Struggle, or something like that? Or Body Block build? Is that what's happening right now? Is that what I'm seeing here with, for Petrified Oaks? Criminy. I hope I don't get, like, a large map, like Disturbed Ward, Mother's Dwelling, Leary's. Oh, criminy. Have fun. I can already feel this is going to be painful. Even on small maps, actually. Oh my god, that just... Oh. I just burped, and I got, like, the dishwater taste back. Oh, that was horrendous. All right, Gurney's storehouse. They could spawn back in the pockets, which would be problematic. Actually, yeah, that's what I'm expecting. Let's get them in pockets. We saw someone here. Let's see if we can push them around. Zombies just spawned. Ooh, nice dodge. I want to get my infection meter up. There we go. That's one. I do feel like there's another person back here, but zombies would indicate that not being true. Sabotage Swift is fun as well. It's something, I'll tell you what. Okay, zombies show that there's someone over here, probably on my ruin. Or heading, yeah, they're on my ruin right now, I can tell. So we have 16 seconds unless they're running the new totem perk. We can't interrupt if we're tentacle. So we had the M1 there if we got to them. Oh wow, that missed. Zombie hit him! Oh, zombie didn't hit him. Alright. Wow, so that's actually an interesting move. So you can pretty much run at Nemesis, and that will work. Very interesting. That's actually quite punishing. Alright, there we go. There's our tier 2. That's what I wanted out of this. They could be working on the gen, though. Let's keep that in mind. Let's get tier 3, or at least get one more hit from. They're not on the gen on the left. Good news there. They're probably going to be back on the totem, though, momentarily. Do you see scratch marks indicating as much? Wow, that didn't hit? That's shocking. I really thought I had the distance on that. Apparently not. I was a little bit short. Rough. Alright, that's one gen down. Rulin gone. We are in a decent spot here. Now let's punch. And we got a stack of save. Alright, let's see if there's a hook nearby. Flashlight, don't care about that. You are not infected. I don't think. It's hard to say with that blue. The blue tank top. No, you're not. You're an obsession. Alright, go around here. Do you drop? You do. That'll get me tier 3 now, so we got the extended range. Alright. Looks like zombies on them, so that's kind of pushing them around. That's good news. Can we get the hit here? We might. No, we hit the box. Alright, let's just hit this. And we see 2-3 people here, probably. DS in hand. How'd you want to bet? Mine? Hey, no mine. Look at that. That's good news, at least. I was expecting a DS there or something. Alright, let's go for you. There's someone in that back pocket as well, from what we could see there, based on the scratch marks. And let's down you real quick. Like I said, there's very little time to telegraph. You can do that almost instantly. Alright, well, we're going to ignore the pockets. I could care less about them getting that. I care about the ones in the middle. Yeah, so they got a pocket there. That's fine. Doesn't look like they're on that gen, unless the zombie detection range is really that small. It is, wow. So they are on the gen. The zombie detection range is pretty tiny. Now, let's see, mine? No mine. Scratch marks go this way. We'll get our hit. And we'll chase. You can probably get an M1 out of this if you really do want to. Yeah, we'll do it. Why the hell not? Let's pick you back up. And if we can just keep zombies in this area, we'll be pretty good as far as info is concerned. Killer Instinct shows us that they've opened up or used an antidote, rather. And they are on this gen. They've done the pockets now. Let's check this gen. Still regressing. That's good. That is what we like to see. And this is Giraffe going towards Shack. They could have gone for the vault. They didn't. They'll drop pallet early. Let's break. And then go for window, since zombie blocked the door. That's actually pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. 10% regression on that gen. I think with extended range, we should be able to get the hit. Even better. Let's just break. The nice thing, too, about his power, he can actually break anywhere on the pallet. You can just hit it on the corner, basically. as a decent fake. I don't know if you make it across. Let's wait. You do. Rough. That gen back there was on 2 sills. We definitely want to pop that if possible. Every time we do miss, I will say we do lose some distance. That's 10% regression. Let's get a hit here. Zombie hit. Yes! Good zombie. Hey, Chris, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome, raiders. I am Mark, aka Guilt Spiderman, educational killer main, here to teach codes how to play killer and survivors how to play against killer. Very happy to have you here. Would love for you to join the Guilty ones, as well as our community Discord and our YouTube channel. All right, Leon, come here. Exy Ghosty, thank you much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, my friend. How's your stream today? Were you playing the PTP out of curiosity? You've been doing non-stop killer friends all day long. What were we to make sure not to forget? You got cut off? Oh yes, absolutely. Normally I'd have my mods shout out. Apologies about that, but thank you very much for the raid, Chris6. I do appreciate it. How's the stream today, bud? Was playing the PTP. How'd you like, were you playing Nemesis? Were you playing Survivor? A little bit of both? What are your thoughts out of curiosity? No one here. This regression might not really do much. I hear someone to my right. Alright, you're infected now. And you're not my obsessions. Let's hit you, get a stack. They'll go back for the vault more likely than not. Let's break. Make that unusable. Thankfully the mine is now gone. Unless they go back for it. Which they could. Get another stack of save. And we do have the Mori. I'm not going to do that. I want to pop that gem, if possible. Now that the mine is gone. Alright. Watch there be another mine. Is it possible to have 2 mines on a single gen? Is that a thing that can happen? I doubt it, but that'd be painful if so. Hello. Let's push you this way. You are infected, so we can hit you with our tentacle. I'm gonna just hit you, though. We do lose some stacks, though. What are my thoughts about Nemesis? He's A tier. He's really, really good. He probably has the best anti-loop ability that I've seen in a very long time. Like, it's very pointless to do pretty much at anything at all with pallets or vaults if you're infected. Or let's go here, pop this gen. I bet you I'm gonna get hit by a mine, though. These mines are something. Let's see. I can't do anything about it. I just have to go back and forth, basically, and wait. That is just so obnoxious. Okay, we do see that the zombie has chased someone off of that gen, it looks like. Try to go for double mine. Did you seriously? Yes, little sneak. Jesus. Guys are something else. Oh, they got the gen. Well, that's painful. Let's see if we can down you fast enough. Imagine that after that gen, you'll go for the unhook. Yep, that's exactly what you're doing. Perfect. Figured that would be the case. Let's hit. Both people injured is really good. Zombie, get him. Oh, zombie, you fell down. What you doing, mate? Lying down on the job you are. All right, so I think we need to slug out here, as sad as that sounds. Let's go through this. Down you. That extra range really helping us out. Mouse is still unhooked, though, which means no time on the exit gate, so we can get back there. And zombies are kind of closing in to that noise notification. Far enough away from the exit gates. I like to see it. Are they healing? They did heal Malice. And that means they're over here. Sprint burst from Malice, which means Giraffe will probably go for the unhook in that case. So let's cut off on this side. Looks like Malice is over here. Perfect. Looks like Giraffe is also healed. A little bit too far out. Still learning the distance. Still learning the distance. Let's mind game real quick. Try and gain some distance. And back in, you do have a pallet here. You'll get hit over it, though. No problem there. And it looks like a zombie did give us some info. I think someone might be around here, but it's hard to say. DS in hand? Let's find out. No DS. Perfect. But both Jill and Leon are healed. Mal's on second stage. And no one on this execute. What about this one, though? No one on this one either. Very nice. We do see scratch marks over here from Jill. No additional scratch marks, though. This is just Leon's here, though. She's trying to draw me away. Probably be a smart move to go over here. Looks like antidote was used before the unhook. That does give me info on the killer instinct, though. I think that may have been a wee bit of a mistake. Yeah, we don't need to use our tentacle all the time. Can also just M1 down. There's a vault. Don't think you get to it in time. Zombie going for the unhook. Have they gotten the execute, though, is the question. That's Jill injured. Where's the other one? Are they both this way? I feel like I only saw one, and that's the injured. No execute progress, so that's good news. They might go for the pickup. There's the vault out. And they're trying to draw me pretty far away. If we do down you, I do have a Mori in hand, don't I? And you're infected too, so I can tentacle. I know you have sprint burst, so no dice there. They do get giraffe up. Let's Mori. Stars. Love it. I love that Easter egg on Jill specifically. That is great. Alright. And no one on that execute. Based on the way the zombies are pathing, they're probably on this execute over here, I'd bet. They did lose track of them. Like I said, the detection range is pretty small on them at times. Like, they're relatively close and would probably get a noise note, but they do not. Wow, that's rough. Yeah, those iframes help them out there. Nicely done. But GG, well played. That was a fun one. Those mines are so brutal, though. They really do delay you by a decent amount. Hey, jeez. I wasn't sure yet I had the body block. It was a close one, honestly. I really tried to get through. But that second body block is what saved it. All right, you have time for one more match. That his arm gets infected as you play. Yeah, that way as a survivor, you can physically see him tearing up, which is really awesome, honestly. Do I feel that save is the best perk for him? I don't know. Like I said, I just don't get as much value out of it as, like, Tinker, which is pretty persistent. 115. He is a 115 killer. With a huge anti-loop ability. Like, he is probably on par with Pyramid Head. That's the cool thing about him. Is that he's up there as far as A tier. I'm just not sure if he's better than or a little bit worse than. The main benefit of Pyramid Head, of course, is the fact that he can negate Deliverance, BT, DS, will make it, any unhooking perks, right? Versus Nemesis, who has a very, very small tell to his M2. Where Pyramid Head is very clear what he's doing. You see that giant knife go down. Where with Nemesis, you don't really get to see too much. He kind of takes out his tentacle and then just whips it immediately. Pyramid Head Plague with zombies. The Plague comparison I wouldn't say is really there. The Plague, all good, Malice. He needs to contaminate you in order to get the M2, right? But beside that, I don't really think there's a fair comparison to Plague. I think Plague is still within her own section, right? Have people need to get those injections at all? I don't think they do, honestly. Well, so I guess the question is, in high-level play, is it beneficial to avoid his M2 ability over low tiles, right? That's about it, right? Like, that's the biggest thing. You can rob him of his anti-loop ability by getting the vaccine. That's about it. So I don't know. It's really hard to say for certain whether or not that is the right play, all things considered. Alright. Zombies have spawned. Crows have not been disturbed across the board. That's awkward. Let's see. Check out these gens. The way it seemed like there would be 2 vaccines and you would need them. No, there's not two. There are a finite number of antidotes in the map. You only need one to get out of contaminated. All right, we'll go for pallet. That was a good job dodging that, honestly. All right, let's contaminate you. I need it for my ability to proc. We'll chase. We do find a gen being worked on, so you'll be for a stage 2. Perfect. And we mutated just a wee bit. We can now... I was gonna say we can now break that, but apparently we failed that for some reason. I'm not sure if maybe the range killed it or what. Oh, he only had 2, period. Well, you can remove 1 with an add-on. So that is an option, theoretically speaking. I don't know how many that puts it, but at the very least, that would work. Let's contaminate you now. We need 1 more for our tier 3 for that additional range, which is nice. And our zombies can now deal damage too. Let's do 1 more. You'll go the T-wall. And that's number 3, so you're now locked out. Zombie hit. And then now what we can do here, because the zombie hit, now we can down. That was amazing. Like, that's just how zombies can incidentally deal damage. It gives you so much passive pressure. Perfect. So, like, having people in Contagious does allow you that right there. Just passive pressure off of gens or on loops with zombies, right? No freaking mine, thank God for that. So we have another zombie in here, so we can loop them into the zombie. That would be ideal. I think they're going to shack, though. Nope, they double back. I'm surprised the zombie didn't hear him, though. I'll be honest. All right, they're over here as well. Looks like that might be Leon. That's M1. And is there a pallet here? I think there still is, if I'm not mistaken. But right now, since they're contaminated, they have so little ability to loop, which is just insane, right? They really can't do much against him. Unless the tile is tall enough to block it. Need to multitask during chase. It's true. Like, if you know a zombie's in your vicinity and the killer seems to be pushing you into a specific tile, that will happen. But it's very much up to the killer, of course, right? It can't just be that the zombies are going to down you. I feel like they're definitely not going to be that good. They're going to get free downs, theoretically. But they can definitely help you in chases, as well as give you info. Because you can see, as soon as the zombie raises his arms, that tells you that they're chasing a noise notification of some sort. It doesn't have to be like a loud one. It can be a very quiet one, too. Let's check this gen. They were over here. Let's get it regressing. Like, I personally might hesitate bopping gens in the instance that I know mines are in the game. Because it tells me that I might not want to get stunned for 5 seconds. You know, in exchange for that. 2 people, nicely done. I thought there was only 1 person here based on the timing. We'll go for Malice then. That's an L-wall fake. T-wall not faked. And dead hard? Nope, no dead hard. Alright, let's get you up. And we still need to find Giraffe, who was, to be fair, back there, so we can get our tier 3. Zombie is chasing someone as we speak, by the way. So that's some good info. So they're in this direction, roughly. Perfect. Look at that. See, the zombies can give you a lot of info if you're paying attention to it. The best way to compare it would be like a hag phantasm trap or a doctor aura. They vault. We'll continue. Do they go for the pallet? If they do, they have to drop it early. We'll break. And window will be hit with number 2. They can only vault it 1 more time. Yeah, that extra range would have probably gotten that hit there, I'll be honest. If we were tier 3, I think that would have hit. No doubt in my mind. Alright, I think we should be able to get them on this tile, though. I'd be surprised if we didn't. Perfect. Alright, let's put you up on hook, and then find another pop target if possible. Where's our zombies? Zombies are over here. Looks like they might be chasing someone, potentially. One just got hit by pallet. If you notice them die like that, it's because they've been hit by pallet, more likely than not. Got bit by zombie. Hit zombie to get power now. Ooh, interesting. Let's wait to do that. See if we can get this Tinker. I just want to bet mines on this one. Scratch marks going this way. Yeah, they were here. They doubled back. Hello there. Don't think I missed you. Yeah, it feels very appropriate, right, for Nemesis to be this powerful in that regard. I try to predict that. No dice. There's someone else on this gen, too. Perfect. You're in a corner now. Good dodge. But now we're in M1 range, so we can just do this. Sounds good. Well, if they do want to wait like 10 minutes, I can drive them back. All right, Tinker over there. Oh, gotcha. Well, let's see. Can we get here in time? 2 people no, 1 person yes. Answer is yes. There's our hit. And let's see. That was rough. Wait, you're infected, which means, oh, zombie. Yeah, zombie infected giraffe. Fair play, fair play. Alright, so let's hook you. Let's get back to pop that gen, and let's kill a zombie for tier 3, I think. I don't know if we'll get tier 3 out of it. That's my only thing. I think that they could probably finish this gen in front of me right now. I honestly think they could have. I'm not... Oh, wait. Did a zombie just hit someone? Yeah, zombie just hit someone. That's amazing. Because someone just went down a health state. Perfect. Let's get you up. How does the flashbang work? That's actually not a flashbang. That there was a mine. So they apply it similarly to Repressed Alliance. Alright, let's more at you. Get our Jill Easter egg. I'm very interested to see what changes they're going to make to Mori's again. Because they did make mention of that, didn't they? And we got tier 3. Why did we get tier 3? Oh, is it because they destroyed a zombie? No. I don't know why we got to tier 3. I'll be honest. I have no clue. That's down you. We do have another survivor here on the T-wall. They vault. There we go. I don't know. That was strange. Zombies get you every time. Yo, what's up, Fox Sprint? How goes it? How goes it? How you doing, my friend? Oh, you're dead. I could have moried you. My bad. Can I mori you? I can mori you. You got the meep stamp of approval. Your name is Fox? Gotcha, Fox. No worries. Well, how you doing, mate? Hopefully you're having a great day. Hope you're enjoying the Nemesis update, or rather the PTB of. Oh, Hatch. Would you look at that? Unfortunately, I can't mori Leon. Leon's only on first hook, it would seem. But that's an antidote, so we get Killer Instinct info, at the very least, so they're over on this direction. We'll keep an eye out on the right, is exactly where they went. And going around. Yeah, no, the PTB has been freaking awesome. I really do enjoy it. And thankfully, I have some pretty chill friends and community members who are able to help me out and do some killer friends today. That way I didn't have to worry about the queue. Power from zombie, just not as much? Maybe. Either that or, I don't know, I haven't paid attention. Maybe it's like Oni to where you passively get your power over time, which is a possibility. There's a pallet here. Not that it'll do much. And that will be that. Because I didn't actually kill a zombie is the thing. But, yeah, maybe they got hit by it, that's why. Strange one way or another. Yeah, Nemesis feels wicked strong. I'm still not sure on... You know, he's definitely A tier, but I'm not sure if he's better than or worse than Pyramid Head by a small margin. That's the first time you've ever seen the Mori from your end? Gotcha. I imagine it looks pretty sick, honestly. But GG's, my friends, GG's. Raji wants mucking me over every time? Really? Yeah, I noticed that they infected a couple of you guys, as well as injured too. But I think that there is going to be our last match of the night. That was wicked, wicked fun, and I really do appreciate Candy, you, Wrong Malice, Kirstles, and Charmanator being here and playing some Killer Friends, and as well as Giraffe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you much for the tier 1 sub. I do appreciate it. But with that being said, guys, we are actually... Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna end the stream there, I think. We'll end the stream there. But as always, guys, if you did enjoy the show, definitely make sure to hit that follow button and check us out over on Extra Life. We're trying to help heal kids at Sanford Children's Hospital here in Fargo, North Dakota. But before we go, we're gonna go raid another member of Children of the Fog. We're gonna go raid that one guy D. Pretty chill streamer like myself, and Kirstles, thank you much for the follow. Gonna get that double mine now. Dude, those mines were obnoxious. They were something else. I'm gonna fear those from now on. But on that note, guys, I'll be live again tomorrow playing the BTB, but instead of as the Nemesis, I'll be playing some Survivor where you guys are gonna be able to swift up. Should be a fun old time. On that note, guys, I'll see you then. Bye-bye!